Oh, I was gonna say I came into the slaves and they broke already. Okay. Good morning. Good morning, chat. Motherfucking Sean Duncan, thank you for the 100 slaves. They're not building anything right now. They're broken. The slaves are broken. Stream elements literally can't even. Sean Duncan, thank you for the $100 doodles. As a great rabbit once said, I can't imagine living in Japan and not being able to murder home intruders. Yeah, that's true. I could not imagine living anywhere that wouldn't let me defend myself. It's not even murder. It's justifiable violence. Also, Cheems Ball is freaking out. Help. So if you hear anything in the background, he's going crazy. He probably knows what's happening, and so he's sad. So today's stream is gonna be a little bit on the shorter end, and I have to make sure I'm keeping. Holy shit! I literally went live, and now I have like 12 more DMs than I did before. Jesus Christ! Jesus fucking Christ! Okay. All right. What was? Hi! Hi, TTS!
Have a fantastic, fabulous Findom Friday. I am at a con this weekend and must miss much of the fun here, but I am sure you will continue to fight the good fight even while I am distracted by cosplay booba. I stand with Foxu.
I hope you enjoy looking at the cosplay booba. Don't touch it, you'll get arrested. I know it's tempting, but don't do that. Thank you, Cold Acid, for the fucking $25 doodles. Thank you. Thank you. You're surprised I wasn't scared to stream again after we held you hostage for almost an hour last time. Yo, Rigo Hitsaru, thank you for the 100 biddies. And I mean, yeah, it's a little frightening, right? But I have a timetable today. I quite literally cannot allow myself to be held hostage. I'll have to start blasting. I'll have to John Wick your asses, as it were. Instructions unclear. I need the false light deceivers to break me out. So, I don't want people to be like crazy worried, because I don't usually vague post much, but I did make a kind of vague Twitter post the other day. I don't want to say too much because my mods have already yelled at me for breaking OPSEC protocol a few streams ago. So as vague but also as informatively as possible, everything is going to be fine. Streams might be scuffed for a little bit. Because I'm not going to be at my mold cave for safety reasons. I'm not going to be at my mold cave for a while. I have a bundle of secret CIA courses that are going to be ushering me into an underground safe house. So my internet's going to be kind of shitty. If anyone in the chat has had like experience with Starlink, let me know. I've been considering maybe picking one of those up. Maybe grabbing a Starlink. All right, okay. I don't know. Gotta figure something out. I don't know if I'll be able to quad stream like I am right now, because like I'm live on Twitch, YouTube, Kick, and X at the moment. But with the stability of the internet where I'm gonna be, I don't even know if I could dual cast. So we'll have to see. Asmin and her are finally moving in together. Look, if I was moving in with Asmin, I wouldn't have to worry about my internet being shoddy. Okay. Jerish had to use Starlink for some time. Maybe ask him. I'm an anime person. I don't think Jerish is going to speak with me, even in private. You know, I feel like if he would, that would clear up a lot of things, to be fair. Because he keeps saying shit without knowing what he's talking about. A coworker uses Starlink, and it's fine for Teams meetings, but no idea on the streaming front. Yeah, the only person I know that's used Starlink is fucking Proctor. But he also lives, like, on an island of birds in Ireland, so I think his experience will be vastly different from mine. Poltfan. Oh yeah, that's true. Poltfan also got a Starlink for his hiking streams. How short is super short? Do you have time to grab the lube? I don't know why you would need lube for my streams. I'm gonna be real with you. Zachary Rollick asked Craig about Starlink. He's streamed with it. Oh, that's actually a great idea. I didn't know that. Thank you. Hold on. Ein Moment. Ein Moment. Where is Craigathy? Because I finally have him added on Discord. Alright, I've asked Craig. So thank you for that. Reach out there, chat. I didn't know that he streamed with that. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to quad stream. I might have to dual cast. I might even be restricted to a single platform. I feel like if I can only stream to one platform, I would probably choose YouTube. As a streamer, I prefer Twitch because the chat is just highly superior. It's easier to read. It's better. I like Twitch chat a lot more than YouTube chat, but I feel like the majority of you guys watch me on YouTube, and also YouTube has the better player with less issues. So if I end up getting restricted to one platform, it will probably be YouTube. YouTube supremacy! Hopefully I won't be restricted to one platform, but we shall see. We shall see what my internet will be able to handle. And this is going to be basically a until further notice thing. Like I have no idea how long I'm going to have to spend in the underground bunker, but it's preferable, right? Like, I mean, I know I have multiple firearms, and like I would probably be fine if some psychopath came here, and like I have security cameras everywhere, so I would have much of a head start to let them know, hey yo, if you come any closer, like you forfeit your life, baby. Like, stop it, get some help. All right, but like, I just don't want that stress. I just don't want that stress, and there have been multiple threats, and like I've shown stuff to like my police department, and so I just would prefer to go away for a while, you know, and just not have to deal with it. And it's just not worth it. You know, I don't want to. I've already been in the VTuber news cycle for like over a month now. I don't want to be in the real news cycle because like I ventilated some mentally ill person who came here to try and like harm me. You know, like I don't need that in my life, okay? Very, very fair. Yeah, I don't need to deal with that shit, okay? Although it would be really funny to watch like Fox News hosts have to talk about what my vector looks like when they're reporting that there was a home invasion and the intruder was killed in action. I was like, that would be highly amusing, but you know, I just don't want to deal with that. Ah, slaves, stop breaking! Explaining what a Kirsche is. True and real. True and real. This is your song, thank you. Thank you, Sean Duncan! Thank you! Here's just the new Kyle Rittenhouse. Well, I mean, no, more like people are trying to Ritten my house, honestly. I'm leaving to not deal with that, you know? 100+ new bunker buddies? Man. Sean Donkey, thank you for another 100 slaves. Jesus, I hope you're okay. Whatever's going on, don't say. You get to stay safe. Vector's there for a reason. At least we can take this as we're doing the right thing. The right thing isn't easy for a reason. Also, nail ASMR, a type tap. You know, you've given me 200 slaves. I gotta give you a little bit of tapping, okay? Like, just for you, baby. Hold on. All right, we got some tappies on my phone. I don't know if you wanted like typing on the keyboard or on my phone. My brain went to phone, and then I started doing it, and I was like, wait, what if he meant typing like on the keyboard? I popped into like Razor Chord last night, and there were people like hardcore arguing about how my nails are actually fake and like drawing up diagrams on the pictures, being like, this is why her nails can't be real. Look at the curvature here, and look at where this doesn't meet the cuticle correct. Like, sorry, brother. Sorry, brother, I'm wearing magnetic nail polish, so it's thick as fuck. I don't know what to tell you, man. They're my real nails, buddy. I had, like, never walked into such an autistic argument in my life before. I was fucking dying, dude. Get coursed on, idiot. Can easily spin up restreaming service on some... I've lost that message. Wait, on some $5 a month VPS? It'll be a bit tedious to start every stream, though? I don't know what you mean by that. If they're real, how do you wipe? I'm sure all of us who have posted our nails, like Mari_Yet and I, like we probably get asked that like a million times every time we show our nails off. Chat, you don't wipe with your nails, you wipe with your fucking finger meats, dude. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Oh my god. And also, definitely thank you guys for all of the crazy fucking support that you have shown me recently. I had to buy some supplies to escape to my safe house. And mattresses do be kind of expensive, so you know, at least I'll be able to have like a mattress when I buy my house as well. So fucking thank you guys. Thank you guys. I would have fucking had issues, you know. Your son graduated high school on Tuesday. Can I say hi? His name is Georgie. Hello, Georgie. Congratulations on graduating high school. Please know what you want to do before you go to college. Don't be like me and waste 2 years and want to kill yourself afterwards, all right, okay? I believe in you, buddy. You can do it. Real! Congrats, Georgie! You escaped the prison system. Hopefully Georgie's over 18. Hopefully. I mean, I was 17 when I graduated, so, you know. Stay safe in the VTuber compound. I am incredibly lucky to have amazing friends who are willing to build an underground compound for me. I have met some crazy, amazing people through streaming. There's been a bunch of people who reached out asking if everything was okay after my Twitter post as well. So, very, very glad that I have so many wonderful people who care about me. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Please come play Predecessor with you. Take you away from the single brain-celled window lickers. You think it's a good idea to go Chimera ADC with Morgesh support? What are you in fucking dumpster juice, Elo? What the fuck am I hearing? And then blame the loss on you, the 10-2 well, that's your fault for playing jungle, let's be real. Like, I haven't even played Predecessor in several years, and even I remember how, like, anytime you lose a match, it was always the jungler's fault. Literally everyone would blame jungle. I'd like get in a match with Grady, and Grady loved playing jungle, and he would just get blamed for fucking everything. Lose lane, jungle fault. Miss creep, jungle fault. Tower down, jungle fault. It's always the jungler's fault. It always is, man. Have I responded to the fat electrician? Actually, Twitter DMs have been broken. So as some kind of divine intervention, I can't answer DMs. It's not even my fault this time. That's odd. Usually everything is always the support's fault. I mean, I guess Predecessor people just really hate the gongongler. I don't know, man. I don't know. Makir, please. That's what walking streamers do. They stream to their own rented server. I don't know how to do any of that, but if Starlink is good enough for me to stream on, to like quad stream, fucking perfect, thumbs up, happy. I am most worried about transporting my PC towers because my towers are very big and I have very heavy components. Because I'm not gonna be streaming on a laptop, obviously. I'm bringing my like actual fucking station with me. Very careful, like a baby. My towers are too big to lay flat on the floor, so they're gonna have to like go on like seats. And so like even if I lay them down flat with like the motherboard, you know, on the seat, right? Like I'm worried about the 4090 wiggly jiggling. I'm worried about that. I could remove the graphics card and have them travel outside the case. I could? I don't know. Or they could go vertically on the floor. No. You shouldn't have the towers vertical. You should have them like horizontal lying flat. That's at least what I know. Put a hat on it. If you use Starlink, it is not quad stream friendly. Think 5 megabytes up and down. Well, surely it can be better than that, question mark. The slaves was from Brother Goose. Oh, Brother Goose, thank you for sharing your oats. I'm gonna make that dumb joke every time I read your name. I almost called you a slur. Friendly, though. Friend loving. Slur, brackets, lovingly. Brother Goose, thank you for the 100 slaves for the emergency retard repellent fund. I think my most favoriteest thing is that my underground CIA Kirsche compound has a shooting range on it. So like not only am I going to be covered in firearms from all directions, but I'm gonna get my practice in as well. Hey yo! Remove GPU for transport and CPU cooler. Oh god, getting inside my PC. I don't know, man. Not so bad after all. Yeah, work on that pew pew. I'm fucking excited. Range stream soon. I'll consider taking some pictures, but I can't, you know, I don't want to break OPSEC, so if I take pictures, we'll have to blur a lot. Remember the first rule of Firearms with Donut Operator, hopefully. The Donut Man. So do not take pictures. I should talk to Leaflet. You're pretty sure she streams on Starlink? Does she? Okay, that would actually be really helpful if she does. Breaking OPSEC is a no-no. Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, if I broke OPSEC, it would be on purpose, because the people I'm with are like, well, we want a little fun. Let them come to you. It'll be like a video game. Doomqueer, thank you. Money for the computer bubble wrap. Also, stay out of tornado country. It's been super nuts. I've seen the days that I was shown that I was in like top 5 most super chatted on Playboard. There were like multiple storm chasing YouTubers in the top 5 as well. So I was like, god damn, shit must be popping off for those guys. First rule about firearms, you don't talk about them. Stealth, thank you. Make sure you get some D-lead wipes and stuff so you don't fill your blood with lead. Don't eat or drink anything at an indoor range. Don't worry, it's not indoor. Georgia's always safe. We don't really get them here. We had a couple of tornadoes in the past few years, and in fact, a lady that I used to work with, she had her vehicle parked at like a Taco Baco or some shit, and the tornado came through and like picked up and threw her vehicle. So like we've had them around. They're just very very uncommon. You're sure plenty of people could give me advice if DMs worked. Well, I mean, if you are in Discord, my moderator is gonna have the Discord locked for the foreseeable future for what I think are very obvious reasons. But if you're in the Discord, you can always open a mod ticket to relay information. Did I see the living thumb that couldn't be bothered sounding the tornado sirens? I did! I was like, that looks like that fucking guy from that fucking show that now I'm forgetting about Beetlejuice. It's the shrunken head Beetlejuice guy. Harry the shrunken head guy. There we go. You sat out a tornado in a Taco Baco and you got free queso. I survived a tornado touchdown and all I got was this Taco Baco queso sauce. Didn't she get put on paid vacation? I wish we would stop doing that. I wish when people fuck up to that degree, they stop getting paid leave and they just get fired on the fucking spot. Like, what is this, dude? 2A therapy is the best therapy. Speaking of 2A therapy, if you want to be a secret scuttle, Kirsche, reminder that I get paid just for you existing if you watch me on Kick. If you watch me on Kick and you just exist in the Kick stream, I get paid for that. So if you would like to watch on Kick instead of the other places, that is an option for you. You up on Kick now? I'm up on Kick now. Their anime racism is slowly being bled away. I'm here to exist. I love that you guys exist on Green Twitch. You need to refill your gamer subs. Does your code still give free shipping? It does not, however. Thank you for mentioning gamer subs because I did want to bring them up. It's back to 10% off. So there was a week of free shipping using the code. And now that free shipping is over and it's back to 10% off. However, if we go to new and coming soon, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure has a fucking collab with gamer subs right now. So JoJo has a whole bunch of neat fucking cups. And also, they've got fucking flavors. We got Ocean Stone Fruit flavor. So if you would like to buy some fucking JoJo's bullshit, this is in fact a JoJo's reference. Use code Kirsche for 10% off the Voldo. Nani? How about we lurk the Kick stream and mute the tab? I mean, if that's what you want to do, I appreciate you, buddy. Buy the Jolene! Please, my wallet. Drink the Road Rolla juice. Exactly. There's been a lot of JoJo references all week. We're JoJo referencing out of our goddamn fucking gourds, dude. I was really excited when I saw this because I've watched many seasons of JoJo. I don't remember where we left off because Tangerine started getting real fucking busy in real life, but I was enjoying it. I was enjoying it, man. Sean Duncan, thank you. You got hit with a tornado about this time last year on the same day as you removed multiple wisdom teeth. Obviously you were fine, but no meds for a few weeks was hell. Oh, god damn. God damn, dude. I feel bad for when people have to see fucking tornadoes. JoJo references, thank you. Thank you for the 10. What? You're on sale on Gamer Supps right now, actually. Use code Kirsche for 10% off your fucking order. I am unable to keep secrets long-term, chat. So I can't show much here. But I've been working with a bunch of beautiful fucking artists. I love them. I love artists that actually finish their work. It makes me want to give them lots of kisses and money. And we've been working on some shit. We've been working on some shit, and I'm gonna show you this big beautiful Kirsche. Look at this big beautiful Kirsche. Look at this Konko and all of his glory. More shit for Foxu. Yeah, like I said, alongside all of the rough shit going on, we got a lot of cool shit also in the background. I got a lot of bad stress, but also a lot of good stress to offset it. Saka Kirsche days. He's a chunker, as is all Konbini employees. The big Kirsche, so cute. I love this absolute unit. I love him. JoJo references tornadoes, weather forecast, Kirsche. Dekai, the Chong Kirsche. Konko, my boy. Yeah, the name Konko just rolls off the tongue. I fucking love it. I fucking love it. It's your mom. No, it's not. Can confirm a friend of yours just bought a JoJo flavor using code Kirsche for 10% off his order. Thank you. Thank you, friend of the frickin' Pope. That looks like the apron you used to wear when you worked at an import bookstore. Yeah, hell yeah, brother. Damn, that's the look of an apex predator if I've ever seen one. Munya. Was the Kirsche inspired by My Neighbor Totoro since it looks like it? Nope, absolutely not, surprisingly enough. I gave the artist I would like a Konbini employee Kirsche, and this is what they gave me, and I was like, oh my god, it's perfect. You are amazing. I want to lick your brain. We were in the middle of a MOBA match at college in Yorga when there was a warning. It finished the match in the school's library basement. That's funny. That's funny. Kirsche is brilliant. I'm glad you guys like it. I'm glad you guys like it. I got a lot of cool shit in the pipeline that I'm gonna be very excited to announce. I gotta keep working despite the stressors, you know? Lugson, thank you. Made in heaven, absolutely. Is the tip page broken? You can't seem to get on it. It shouldn't be brokande. It shouldn't be. Baymax Kirsche. JK the Slacker! I don't know if that's gonna be delayed, so I'm just gonna fucking read it now, man. JK the Slacker, thank you for the 88. Worked hard to find the 2 semi-trustworthy CIA guys. Glad they found you a compound. If they ask for elbow pics, remind them you know what happened in Qatar. Stay safe, High Priestess. Thank you! Thank you, baby. We'll get to hear your alert an hour from now. Thank you, JK the Slacker. Thank you. Am I a zombie? What the fuck? I don't know what you mean by that. What? Did I check if the kick thingy is on? I did check. I did make sure. I did that after my other checks for stuff. I'm trying to embed in my brain that after I make my Twitter post for my Twitter stream, that I should immediately go check kick and turn on the multi-streaming thing. Video Gamer, thank you for the 2525. Please take care of yourself. You're a lot smarter and more capable than you give yourself credit for. Trust your instincts and your loved ones, and you believe I'll be okay. Try to relax with your kitties as much as possible. Love you, wonderful Foxu. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'm hoping, you know, it'll probably only be a few weeks of me having to be in an underground compound, and then I can go back to business as usual, but we'll see. We'll see how long these fucking weird freaks continue to do weird shit. Speaking of weird shit, do we have, like, I don't want to keep giving all the weird freaks tons of press, right? So, like, I'm not going to do a huge segment, but do we have those tweets on hand, Aziz? Of, like, that person using the, like, special terrorist fucking email to report me to Twitch? Can I have those fucking, like, links to the, to the tweet? Fucking so funny.
Have no idea what's going on, but want you safe. A pizza on me.
Pizza! I don't know who gave me the pizza. It flashed on the screen too quickly. Fucking also, Tlayroth A. I feel like I pronounce your name either T-Roth or Tlayroth every time, and I don't know which one's right, man. Tlayroth, thank you! Thank you for the huge fucking 50 gift members on the YouTubes. Thank you! Thank you! Big, huge. Big fucking Schmeat from Tlayroth in the YouTube schmuggling chat. You just did a 25 dono on Stream Elements. Did it not go through? Stream Elements has been kind of shit recently, for lack of a more sane way to put it. So if you tipped 25, it went through. It's very likely just giga fucking delayed. Like, hardcore delayed. So Vani, thank you for the 25. Flavor and cup ordered with code Kirsche. Part 2 is your favorite, but the part 1 with Jonathan and Dio is peak and looks better than Joseph and Caesar, so you getting that. Stay safe, Foxu. Keep your rifle by your side. I always keep my EDC on my desk when I stream. For you guys who have been here when there have been multiple police raids or like weirdos like, banging on my door know why I have to keep my EDC at my desk. But yeah, no, I'm fucking strapped. Don't worry about it. Is my flatmate safe as well? Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. I told him I was gonna be leaving and he's like, you know, I'll probably just stay. And I was like, are you sure, dude? Like, maybe you should go. And he's like, no, they want you, not me. I'm fine. I was like, okay, fuck you, buddy. Tim should be safe. Yeah, exactly. Kirsche Vector ASMR when? I'll consider it. It'll depend. The 25 that I didn't know earlier, oh god, was from Azure Worm. Azure Wormu! Azure Wormu, sorry my Stream Elements is broken. Thank you for that fucking 25, dude. Thank you, Azure Wormu. Jeez, Kirsche, do you live in Mogadishu? I live in an area where I have to make sure that the urban youth outside screaming the N-word doesn't come through my microphone and get me banned. So, I mean, like, even if someone managed to, like, come to where I live via the threats that they've been making that I sent to my police, there's a good chance that they would get shot by someone completely unrelated before they even made it to my door. And then if they make it to my door, they would just get ventilated by me. So, like, I feel like this is a level in a video game that they're just not ready for, actually. I feel like they vastly underestimate where I live. Yeah, it's a PvP-enabled area, and they're not ready. Trey Kors, thank you, my guy. Mission, your Infoxible Fund, thank you. Thank you for the Mission Infoxible Fund. Video Gamer, thank you. Your nails are hella pretty, like your model's eyes. Thank you. I know it's the same exact colors that I had on when I got the pussy candy that you guys bought for me. But I really like this color, and after having my nails completely fucking butchered back in April, I just wanted something that I knew that I liked, and I didn't want to do anything new, so I got the same colors as before. Idiot comes calling. It doesn't make it past the roaming mobs. Exactly, the fucking roaming mobs took him out. Gear score's not high enough. You've been wondering if the shouting slur guys served as a means to triangulate your position. No, that's just what happens here normally. That's just what happens here normally, man. And like we've had multiple shootings. There was like a murder-suicide, in the past year. So like, things are kind of rough with the PV. I basically live in Tarkov, but instead of Russians, it's African Americans. And Kirsch's their version of Dante Must Die. A bullet shepherd, my guy, thank you. You may look like a lurker, but you've been watching for a year now. Want me to know that I improve your day when you don't feel like going on anymore. Stay safe, stay strapped. Hell yeah, brother, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad my dumbass can say things that make you laugh and feel a little bit better, dude. Thank you. It's average day. It is an average day. Zachary Rollick, thank you for that fucking fitty, baby. Extra money for supplies. Stay strong, stay safe. Foxu love. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. How deep can you penetrate a himbo's back with your nice nails? I don't know. I've never measured, but I have broken my nails off in the back of the guy I was dating for like 4 years before. It's a mix of like, oh shit, what's happening? And then immense pride. Yeah, 1 minute ago, you also like the nails color? Thank you. I love the nails color. The color that's on the majority of my nails, the one that looks kind of like heaven instead of space, because my ring fingers are like a more space color. The space color on my ring fingers. There we go. There's the delayed.
Hi.
Isn't this bitch a Nazi?
No!
I worked hard to find the two semi-trustworthy CIA guys. Glad they found you a compound. If they ask for elbow pics, remind them I know what happened in Qatar. Stay safe. High Priestess.
I like how the TTS pronounced it Qatar. Qatar. I can't do how he said it, but he said it funny.
Take care of yourself.
Munya.
You're a lot smarter and more capable than
Stream
you give
elements
yourself
can't
credit
keep
for.
you down!
Trust your instincts and your loved ones, and I believe you'll be okay. Try to relax with your kitties as much as possible. Love you, wonderful Foxu.
Munya!
I'm sorry about all the stream elements delays. Thank you guys for dealing with it. I can't fix stream elements. There's nothing I can do about that. I'm sorry.
I love slaves! Munya!
The only benefit to living in the hood is your neighbors are also a deterrent for outsiders. The fucking overworld music changes as soon as they enter my complex.
Boycott Warhammy! Thank you for the 100 slaves, my guy! Thank you!
I was concerned with the vague posting, but I hope that we can return to our regular broadcasting in the Kirsche fields together soon.
Absolutely.
Not sure how much vector food is, but I hope it helps.
I don't know how much vector food is off the top of my head either, but you know, I'm sure I could find somewhere to buy some nicely priced 45.
Kirsche.
Hi.
Isn't this bitch a Nazi?
You are our precious keep safe and keep secret.
Dressed Glass, thank you! Thank you for the 88, my guy! Thank you!
Thank you, Dressed Glass. Is my name in any way connected to the
money
German
for
word
supplies.
Kirsche, which
Stay
means
strong,
shirt?
No!
Stay safe. Foxy love.
No, some of the progressive schizophrenics. Oh, the fat electrician subbed. I don't know if that was a gift sub or not, but that's cute. Thank you. Thank you to either him or whoever gave him the gift sub. The alerts don't tell me on the screen. That was a gift sub. Thank you. Who gave the gift sub? Moderators, throw me the assist. Stream Elements is breaking. That was a gift sub and you're welcome. Cold Acid, thank you. Thank you, Cold Acid. Look at me looking at the chat. I'm fucking nuts. I'm fucking nuts. Progressive and schizo is redundant. Well, no, there are some progressive schizos who are trying to be like, Kirsche's name is German, but she's not actually German, and it's actually a callback to the Kirche Kinder for Nazi slogans. I was like, literally, I am a fucking weeb, and Xenosaga is my favorite game series, you absolute mouth-breathing weirdo. I love the Kirschwassers in Xenosaga, and I love how Albedo does things to those Kirschwassers. I would fuck Albedo. Holy shit, I love that weird little man. So my name is from that, baby. And my last name isn't real!
This will allow you to multi-stream without extra strain on your connection
Oh
at
shit,
the cost of a
I should reread that one, wherever that happens.
I can walk him through it.
Oh, I don't know what that said because I was talking at the beginning of it. I'm gonna need an assist to binary mind. My Oshi isn't real. My last name! I needed a last name for fucking Final Fantasy XIV back in the day. And so I just closed my eyes and typed shit out and picked what I thought sounded best. And back in the 14 days, my name didn't have an H in it, but I was like, I think the H looks aesthetically pleasing, so I added the H in when I started streaming. Verstau. Albedo wouldn't give a damn about your safety, you might die. Well, that's just not true!
Regardless the circumstances. Hope you can stream throughout this and not let freaks disrupt you.
Thank
You're
you!
getting a vigorous spanking because you've been a bad
Munya!
girl.
I need a vigorous spanking, man. I need something to take the edge off after all this shit. Yeah, binary mind, thank you. Here's the assist you requested. Toast Engineer was the 25. Thank you. Thank you, Toast Engineer. Ask my local technology brother about setting up an NGINX RMTP relay on an EC2 instance or similar. Binary Mind, do you know what the fuck he's talking about? Because if Binary Mind doesn't know, I don't know anyone who would be able to help with that. He also provided the FBI thing in DMs a few minutes ago. Thank you, Ziz. Thank you. Thank you, Ziz. Jammed Bagu, thank you. Stay safe. Here's something for your ammo fund. Still waiting for the Kirsche pistol grips merch, please. Since the other gun manufacturer pulled out because they were like, we don't want to deal with drama, it's gonna be a huge fucking delay. Gonna be a massive delay, but thank you for the couple of people who did open tickets and give suggestions about possible other partners to work with. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thank you. He's speaking in tongues. Get him. Mildly OCD, thank you for the 20. YouTube Mobile's preventing you from sending super chats. Take some pizza bullet money, whichever works. Thank you. Thank you, Mildly OCD. Also, it's a good thing that you sent it through Stream Elements instead. I keep more of the money, and also you don't have to pay the mobile store tax for the super chat. So like, you're just winning out here, Mildly OCD. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. So running a private server on AWS for those who don't speak programmer? I don't know how to do that either. Sorry, you kind of dropped the ball. You didn't drop any ball, Starvin, my guy. It's fine. It's fine. It's not exactly like I was explaining things fucking perfectly either, you know? Thank you for your suggestions. Gun manufacturers should have held their ground. The liberals already hate them anyway. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Someone asked where they can see the fingernails. I made a tweet. How the fuck does this have over 4,000 likes? What the... What the fuck? I took pictures of my fingernails, and it's the same color from when I tried the cactus pussy candy. I was like, I don't know. I really like the heaven colors and then the space color. The heaven color is called La Petite Mort, which is apparently French for orgasm or some shit, because it's like the little death, and that's what they call orgasms. It's a really nice color, and it's great that they made it heaven centric. It looks pretty. Yeah. To the honorable chatter who got Kirsche into a safe house, were you able to alert the FBI to the threat? Well, you know, I don't want to say too much. Not beating the lewd tuber allegation. And I don't remember what it's called, but the space color on my ring fingers is a Star Wars color, actually. Mooncat had like a Star Wars collection, and obviously I bought that shit because they had some really fucking nice colors. So I got an orgasm and a Star Wars on my hands. It looks very pretty. Manya. A fat fugger. Thank you for that fucking sub, dude. Thank you. Anthony, thank you for the 25. You know who owns based underground bunkers? Himbos. Just saying. I know, maybe I'll meet a cave-dwelling himbo while I'm out. If you had nails like that, you wouldn't be able to help pretending you were a Protoss zealot. What the hell? What the hell? Please take Pippa to get a manicure. She needs one, man. She needs manicures. And then in the light, man, look at how fucking shiny this shit is in the light, dude. Look at how shiny this is. God, I love fucking magnetic polishes. Magnetic polishes make my nails feel really heavy because they are like thick as fuck, boy. Magnetic polishes are ultra giga fucking thick, but I very much like them. What you need to do is a bunch of wise guys in sweaters and bowler caps to defend you. I need the mob on my side, alright? Very pretty. Hopefully the paint doesn't scratch when you dig them in. That's not gonna happen for many years, probably, chat. I gotta get back to New England before I start dating. Also, speaking of New England, I did put an offer in on that house that I mentioned that I was like, I'm gonna have to offer them like multiple hundreds of thousands below what they want. And I did, and I got rejected as I expected. But not only did I get rejected, but they were like, we're gonna counter offer with like 300,000 higher than what you offered, and also you pay all closing costs. And I was like, that's not a counter offer, that's a raping. What are you doing? Absolutely not. Wow, absolute boomer. I was like, you know, for a widow saying that she wants to sell her house because her husband died recently, she's being very, I know what I got and I won't accept a penny less over the whole issue. The funny thing is, right, like the extra funny thing is that like, they initially didn't want to even let my dad see the house because they were like, your pre-approval isn't high enough for our liking. And so they were just like, sorry, we won't even show you the house. And then after the house had been on market for like fucking multiple months, it was probably like up there for like 5 months or some shit now, they were just like, hey, do you still want to see this? I was like, you fucking people. BlackRock is bidding higher. Oh no, not only is this stagnating on the market, but apparently I am the only one who went to see it. So they can kind of get fucked. Imagine not letting people see the property you're trying to sell. A lot of sellers won't let you see the property if they feel like your pre-approval isn't good enough. So like my pre-approval is way higher than I should ever be spending on a house because, you know, lending companies are Satan. But it wasn't high enough for the people to want to show me their house. In 6 months, when they still haven't sold, send a lower offer and tell them that the value's gone down. Absolutely. The new Nux video about you is pretty damn funny. I haven't finished watching it because I don't have any time for anything at the moment, especially since I am, you know, gonna be traveling with the CIA soon. But not actually the CIA, that's a joke. But I did start watching the Nux video, and the fact that he was just like, you know, I actually care about pronouncing Kirsche's name correctly, unlike everyone else. And so he just pushes this TTS button that says my name every time he needs to say it, and it had me fucking dying. I also like I know what I've said, right? So like I know what I've said is safe, but the fact that Nux was just like, I don't even know what Kirsche said, but I co-sign all of it. I approve of everything she said, and I co-sign like this. I believe her. Everything she said is right and correct. I'm like, oh my god, this man is playing with fire. What if I actually was crazy? Nux is a mad lad. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something fucking with him eventually. That was a fucking hilarious video, dude. Giga Chad. Yeah, the blue VTubers. Truly, Israel was always my greatest ally. Thank you for the Jewish support, Nux. we can both be weird blue people together. That's fantastic. Guess you should watch it and let him back in your algorithm. It was a fucking hilarious video. I haven't finished watching it because like I just don't have time for stuff. I want to finish watching it though because it's fucking hilarious. Saw my post on the couple that got gunned down for a neo-Nazi. You really fail at hating the people from a certain religion. I know. I fucking took sponsorships from an Israeli-run VTuber corporation. I almost got management from said Israeli VTuber organization. I'm pretty bad at being a Nazi, you guys. I'm gonna be real. I saw an image on Twitter the other day, actually, that had the Jewish flag colors on a swastika, and I was like, what is even happening anymore? When you're like,
how about I put a tiny top hat on your penis?
I love tiny top hats on your penis. Huge! Don't you know that the Jews were the real Nazis all along? I don't fucking understand people, chat! I don't understand people! Speaking of not understanding, lotus position. Isn't that something in like the fucking Kama Sutra? Lotus position. Thank you for the 50 gift schmeats. Thank you! Thank you, you fucking Giga Chad. Thank you. Buy a hat for your hat. True. Lotus position can buy a hat for his hat, unironically. Of course you'd know that! I can't believe my Foxwoman VTuber is this bad at being a Nazi! Cartel clients always said your best ally in the US are the rich Jews from New York. There was a reason for that. Look, I'm not saying that I'm crazy. I'm just saying anytime I need a lawyer, I want them to be as Jewish as possible, alright? I trust them. Maybe the real Nazis were the friends we made along the way. Oh my god. Wasn't the Mustache Man Jewish? I don't know, dude. I don't know Mustache Man's history. I only know his birthday because every time I make a 420 Blaze It joke on that day, people are like, Kirsche, it's also Hitler's birthday! And I was like, well, I thought he did meth and not weed, but okay, I guess fucking Blaze It for Hitler, question mark. I don't know, dude. That was basically the genesis of the pun, yes. What? Home time? See y'all in about an hour. Drive safe, dude! Drive safe. How can our Foxy's vector be this cute? Munya! The deep mustache lore is a minefield of History Channel pop culture. I don't really know much, you know? Have a Panzer Chocolate? I don't know what that is! I love delicious coffee. I love it. The ones accusing us of being Nazis sure know a lot about them. Hell, it's like fucking looping back to that one guy who, like, I don't even remember what it was. But he was just like, this is a callback to a Goebbels quote. And I was like, why the fuck do you know Goebbels quotes off the top of your head? What the fuck? Liberals really are keeping the memory of the Mustache Man alive. Oh my god. A Killjoy Tommy, thank you, working at Minneapolis City Hall today as a contractor. They were holding a vigil for St. Floyd. Felt he would find it amusing. I genuinely do not understand why people want to bestow sainthood upon that man. Like, it baffles my fucking noggin jogging every time. Every fucking time. Alright, hold on. Ziz said that he sent the archives of these twats. So, This person sent a message to like a specific like reporting off-platform like terrorist behavior or whatever to Twitch. They're like, I'm so tired. While we're at it, I had to do some digging to find out how to do this, but it turns out you can report a channel for off-site behavior, and one of the specific violations is leadership, membership, or sponsorship of a known hate group. Send an email to osit@twitch.tv with those exact words. Hey, Anna Valens, and whoever the fuck that person is, you want to get eyes on this? Brother, I am a cartoon fox woman. I am not a leader or a member or sponsoring any kind of hate groups. I got fucking mythic talent, which, I mean, I guess if you think Asmongold is a Nazi could count as a hate group, but that'd be weird because of how many, like, fucking people that they have under their umbrella. I was like, what? Your fiance likes shitty horror? Got any recommendations? Oh god, not off the top of my head, no. My brain cannot use its thinking function recently. The Laura person is Anna Valens 2.0. How the fuck do you guys know who these weird blue sky people are? I hesitate to use the word people, but you know. Shondo just joined Mythic too. Fucking amazing pickup, unironically. I hope she has as good of a time with her Mythic manager as I do mine. Mine's a fucking bro. Love that guy. The boy in the striped pajamas. What is that? Sat Hale, thank you for the 10 gift members, dude. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Oh, it's Blue Sky. That explains everything. The people on Blue Sky are absolutely out of their fucking minds. And then they posted the full email here, where they said the message to which Twitch, owned by the most profitable company in the world, is replying. And they sent to Twitch, my Twitch link is currently engaged in a targeted harassment campaign against Anna Valens, a journalist who reported on her sympathizing with Nazis openly. So their first sentence is not only just outright lying, but also Anna Valens was starting the harassment campaign against me, right? Like, it was already happening on Twitter, but it was just seething V-tweeters who didn't fucking matter, and I could just ignore, and my sponsors could just ignore, and nobody fucking cared about. But now Anna Valens decided to make some Vice articles, which I got taken down, which it's really weird how many of these fucking freaks have been saying, oh, why can't these Nazis just stand on their beliefs? Why do they have to play with lawfare? Like, this isn't even real. You don't have a case. Vice just doesn't want to spend money on it. Brother, I don't think you understand the disparity in the amount of money that Vice has versus the amount of money I have. If this wasn't like a fucking slam dunk, first of all, a lawyer wouldn't have taken it on. Second of all, I wouldn't have been able to threaten a cease and desist because I wouldn't have had the money to put where my mouth is. Unfortunately for Vice, this would have been a slam dunk case, which is why the articles have been taken down. Oh god, they really should not have opened this Pandora's box. It's fucking actually insane to me that, like, I am now at the point of having to move from where I live because the threats have escalated. And they're still wanting to paint Anna as somehow the victim here when they started it. Like, this is entirely Anna's fault. I was like, after Asmongold platformed it, I can't even do anything. It doesn't even matter how many times I say don't harass people. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit.
Thank you.
Thank you! I gotta go look for your name. Hold on. I gotta go look for your name. Where's my stream elements?
Cartoon woman.
You're getting a vigorous spanking.
You can't spank me with all those slaves! Add it to the list. It's just like, it's like, the level of gaslighting is incredibly disorienting, and it makes me hate these people more.
It's fast approaching.
Mr. fucking Autistic Musings! Thank you for your autism bucks. Thank you for the 200 slaves, my guy. Thank you, Autistic Musings. Fucking massive. You are wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Stay safe.
They brought this upon themselves. I was just like, I don't want other people getting death threats, right? And it's like, I don't know if Anna is. I haven't seen any actual death threats publicly. So maybe they're getting them the same way that I'm getting them. You know, it's potential. I was like, don't send death threats to people, but also Anna, my dude, you fucking made those articles. You lied about me. You misconstrued things. I told my community to not harass people. And then you went to anonymous image boards that also hate me and cherry-picked things out of there. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. I was like, Asmongold platformed this. This came out of the VTuber bubble. This went mainstream. Normies were fucking telling my brother about how they saw articles about me. All right, okay? Like, the pushback you're getting, you cannot attribute to me. It has breached your containment zone. Hope they get... what? You hope they get me banned somehow? It would give me more visibility. I mean, I got banned for a day because I read Anna's actual words, which... I've read plenty of fan fiction on stream before and nothing's happened. Right, I'm an 18+ flagged channel. But I was like, it's kind of fucked up, and obviously this is the result of people mass reporting me since I've done this a million times before. But then Anna got banned afterwards for actually doing the content, so I was like, all right, I'll take my ban in stride as long as that one got banned too. If they're doxing you, then it's probably time to take legal action. If they won't stop, then it's time to force the issue, especially if they're telling these lies and your address in the same posts. Yeah, that's why I went to the police. That's why I went to the police. If you feel like you're giving up on Razor, look at the Red Dragon. I mean, not yet. Maintain that I didn't get banned for that. It must have been pure volume of reports. I mean, probably. Probably, honestly. Question regarding gamer subs. Is it still no shipping or now 10% off? The free shipping was only a week. The free shipping on my code ended at 2 p.m. today. So now it is back to 10% off your orders. Gamer subs usually do like 1 or 2 special free shipping promotions a year, and other than that, it'll be 10% off the rest of the year. Hope you're staying safe through all of this. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. I'm doing my best. Stop calling them Anna. I mean, I know that's not their real name, right? But like, there's consequences for power wording people, and I don't want to get banned again. So, you know, I'm showing a modicum of civility that these people do not deserve. Can we always get free shipping with code Kirsche? I wish you could, but unfortunately you cannot. And you can't power word people on Twitch. Doxing is a crime, so there's a criminal matter involved now as well. Not a guarantee anything will be able to be done about it. Yeah, again, that's why I just went to police, you know? I can't believe with everything going on in the world, a $60 article on a defunct journo site is what launched World War III. Holy fucking Pippa's birthday, dude. Holy Pippa's birthday.
Day-based and hydrated, Kirsche love.
Your name is Goomer. Goomer reminds me of Goombi, and I love Goombi.
Thank you, Goombi, for the 333.33. Thank you. Thank you for donating Pippa's lifespan. Thank you. TOS only ever seems to work in one direction. Yeah, it's real weird and unfortunate that that's the case, but you know, at least once again, Anna got banned at the same time I did, so, you know, fucking, at least a little bit is okay. Despite what you thought, you still find yourself hating journalists even more than you imagined you could. You think you hate journalists, but you can always hate them more. It's really unfortunate that people like Anna exist in journalism, because, like, actually decent journalists have to fight against the reputation that they're given due to that. That's real fucking sad. Just worried that, they're gonna brutalize...
Do not! Macaroni in a pot! Munya.
EM, not you!
Oh, thank you. Munya. Munya.
Most of the time, fake journos give themselves their own death threats, end up being from their own sock puppets. Real internet trolls have more clever ways of saying naughty things. I think it's really amusing as well that you can tell how young the person is threatening you by the fact that sometimes they use typing quirks. Normal humans don't have that, you Zuma freaks! Scion Uncensored, thank you for your pounds, my guy. The insanity that these parasitical pieces of shit are acting like is beyond all reason. Stay safe, we're behind you. You also hate that your laptop forced an update in the middle of the stream. So you're on a crappy older version. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. Still think for the journalists there should be a very, very specific own word. Yeah, we need like a slur for journalists. A specific slur word to use for journalists, right? Urinalist just doesn't get the point across. They already proved that Anna will fake threats in that other message in the Vice article, the sent 1 second ago. True and real. But back to this person's message to Twitch. There's a pretty significant wealth of evidence for her behavior on site in this VoD if it hasn't been taken down by the time you receive this. This is why I don't delete things. And this is probably why, like, some schizophrenics that aren't in the progressive camp will continue to, like, rail about how much I like Shadman when I don't. I see zero reason to delete my old tweets because I did nothing wrong. I didn't know about what he fucking did as a weird little disgusting freak at that point in time. So it's just like, I feel zero need to delete those tweets. I feel zero need because like I haven't done anything that I need to hide. And if I delete them, I'm just going to be accused of hiding things. So like what is the fucking point? That was from before it even happened. I don't know what year it happened. I don't know when those things happened, right? Like, I have no idea what the timeline is. I just know that you guys told me what happened. You guys showed me Null's post on it. I forgot at one point because my brain is riddled with Alzheimer's. But, you know, I've committed it to memory at this point. I'm just sick of people bringing it up and thinking dumb shit. I like the amount of people that also call me a lolicon is also insane, considering how many times I've brought up Azure Lane and been like, yeah, I don't use, you know, those like kindergartner boats because those are kind of fucking weird. Those are kind of fucking strange. And it's like, oh, she has a lolly model. That means she's a lolly. It was an April Fool's joke, you fucking retards. Let me be an anime person. I bring it out in collabs when I do fucking shit with my friends. Holy shit. The absolute reach of these psychos. I'm just tired, man. It is exhausting having lies told about you on all sides from all people in all different spectrums, and then like having people call you a liar when like one of the biggest pet peeves you have is people lying to the point where it makes you go absolutely fucking autistically insane when you get lied to. I just like, oh my god, I'm so fucking sick of it. I'm so fucking sick of it. They're not exactly known for having a sense of humor. Well, it's like the worst part is like the people screaming about the lolly shit aren't even like the progressives and the Anna Valens orbiters trying to get me fucking dumped in a ditch somewhere right now. Like it's multiple people trying to attack me at the same time. I'm like, this is why I reached out to Synthetic Man. Because it was just like, look, dude, I'm tired of dealing with the freaks in your audience. If you had nothing to do with this, I'd like to know. Because I just want less drama, man. I want less lies being spread about me. I want, like, less fucking stress. Alright, so I was just like, I'm fucking tired. Please be a normal human. And thankfully, he was a normal human. It's a lack of research by people who refuse to form their own opinions. I mean, yeah. Why learn about something if you want to hate it, right? That means you might not actually hate it like you think you do, and then you fucking have a crisis. The anime Big Booba Fox who is a lolly and I'm the Queen of England. You're hungry? Can you have that pineapple?
No, this one's mine! You can't have my pineapple.
Blue Mew, thank you, my guy. Mass reporting campaign should be logged and flagged for human review so that if found meritless or malicious, the entire brigade gets banned instead. I would love to see that. I mean, I'm sure people make a ton of sock accounts, so it wouldn't matter anyway. But like, yeah, I would love to see some kind of repercussions for that. There needs to be some sort of protection against mass flagging and mass brigading. You're also hungry? Zorosis, thank you for those 20 gift subs, my guy. Thank you. Thank you. Seems like this is the price we have to pay for not being crazy. I'm sick of it. Context unimportant. Insert personal intent, you know? You know? Fat Gifted! I love the Fat Gifted. You relate with me on hating gaslighters. The degenerate freaks are domestic abusers by definition. And the irony seems entirely lost on them, to be fair. Help! A lot of them don't even care about lolly. They just see it as an easy target, and that's what they really want. Just a target they can hurt. Yeah, pretty much.
Monya.
Stopping by for the after-work slopper. Hello, I am the slopper. Can I contact Twitch support and explain the campaign? I like warned my Mythic manager. I was like, hey, I think there's going to be a mass reporting campaign against me soon, and here's a bunch of evidence as to why I think that. And he's like, oh, I mean, I guess if you start getting reported, we can talk to our Twitch contact. And I was like, okay. And then I woke up and I was banned. Or like it happened in the middle of the night or some shit. I can't remember, but like later that night I was banned and I was like, well, fuck. Next time we'll have to actually get in front of this. Wait, where were you banned from? I got a 24-hour ban on Twitch because reading Anna Valens fanfiction is on par with terroristic threats. What's funny is that my situation fits with Chad Crowley's take on Hendrix. I broke the script and did not bow down. Well, yeah, like that's what these people want. They want to see you fucking broke and dead is what they want. And I'm not going to give them what they want. I am going to be powered through spite. I might not have the giga autism like Null does because I'm a woman, but like, you know, I'll try my best. Well, that is fair. It was fucking disgusting. True and real. Oh my god. There's also a long paper trail on her Twitter/X. I don't know how fucking brain damaged you have to be to think that I have like a long paper trail of like supporting hate groups on Twitter. Like, what is wrong with you?
Dog with the butter dog. I put the butter on a dog, a butter dog. Dog with the butter dog. I put the butter on a dog, a butter dog. Munya.
Tip for using Starlink: you want the dish as high up as possible so it can adjust as much as it can. You can set the standard X mount on the peak of your roof with weight on the corners or magnets if you have a metal roof. Please have a man for the ladder.
Bravest J, thank you for the 69 butter doggos. Thank you.
What if I put it in a tree? Could I put it like in a tree? Like if you built like a tiny platform and then you sent one of those specific tree climber guys up a tree, could you put it on the tree? Supporting hate groups on Twitter, and it's just you sending Asmon pics of the ceiling, Kirsche. Supporting hate groups on Twitter, and it's just me posting about how much I want to live in Asmongold's attic. What are the chances of me getting banned on Twitter due to a mass report like Riri? I don't know. I feel like I would have gotten banned already if mass reports on Twitter were working. I also feel like if mass reports... Right, I don't know how Ririgaki got banned from a mass report, because, like, there are way more people who, like, should get banned who don't, and I'm sure have gotten reported a million times. Kirsche exists now out of spite. I'm spiting?! And Twitter's a lost cause if they try. Trees are still a blocker to radio signals. You need, like, 20 degrees of clear sky. Interesting. She's been under fire since March. That would have been the time she'd get false reported. Yeah, like... For people just now tuning in, this harassment campaign against me has been happening since fucking March. Anna wrote the articles when I went on vacation in April, but like prior to that, seething Twitter freaks had been trying to get gamer subs to drop me. So like it's been going on for a while.
Huff, Mr. J.
Mr. J, thank you for that huff. Thank you for the huff. I don't have time to keep up with drama during the week. Kier chat, what's happening now? Anyway, glad you are here today. Missed a stream yesterday. Don't worry, I don't stream on Wednesdays and Thursdays typically unless I have collabs. Those are days off, man.
Munya.
Isn't it 120? Your Starlink wanted a wide area? I have no idea. I have no idea. Looking into the case of Riri, she has attracted the gaze of several French Antifa groups who have quite a bit of political power in France, as long as physically accosting her when she went to a con this year. Jesus fucking Christ. She has some absolutely insane... Is she just like me, for real, for real? Hopefully she has friends who can scurry her away to an underground bunker like I do. Because, fuck, that is scary as well.
Munya.
One of those people who avoid bans are leftists. That's extremely dangerous. Anime fox woman, as she's singing about the butter dog. What does it mean? What kind of a dog whistle is the butter dog? She wants to put the butter on the dog? Is this a dog whistle? A butter dog whistle? To commit acts of terror for hate groups that she's associated with? With respect to the lolly question, as a lolly lover, never bend the knee. Once you showed that it bothers you in any way, they'll never stop. If you quadruple down, they eventually go away. That's so fucking insane, man. It's fucking insane. You thought they liked dog whistles. The butter whistle, oh no! This is not what you imagined back in the days of hashtag not your shield. Now Kirsche's our tank. She might not want it, but she is. So support her, heal the shit out of her, or else we might wipe. Yeah, I don't like being the tank. I like being the heal slut, but you know, I guess if you guys are heal slutting for me, I can be the tank. I hope this is enough to at least start an investigation. If more specific evidence is needed, I can provide it in response to specific questions. Thank you for your time and consideration. I like how this person is saying, like, if more specific evidence is needed, they can provide it. Provide what? You fucking freak. You know nothing about me. It seems I can't ping Twitch on Blue Sky. How about tomorrow morning I send a rather sternly worded tweet? Yeah, I'm sure that's gonna work. rin.bluesky.lgbt. Yeah, I'm sure your sternly worded tweet is going to convince them that I'm some kind of terrorist apparatus. Fucking holy shit. Take your meds. Take your meds, schizo retard. She can be the slutty tank. By the way, Nux said he endorses everything you said. That was fucking hilarious. Nux's video was really funny. I will finish watching it probably on my escort to the underground bunker. Deetherlaneza, thank you. Buy some cash up items for the upcoming raid. I need to buy the buff items, you know, I need to increase my defense and attack. Doubt Twitch is even gonna raid it given the terrorist stuff going around. Can you link the Nux vid in chat? Yeah, absolutely. If I can link the Nux vid, it's so fucking good. Holy shit. Back to the asylum for that freak. Yeah. Yeah, people are on meth. A multi-million-dollar company took down articles because of evidence it was a lie. Their cope is that Vice didn't want to spend money on a lawsuit. Like, they just didn't want to deal with it. That's the cope I've been seeing. I was like, holy shit, you're actually brain damaged. I looked through some of the replies to, like, my Vice, cease and desist thing as well. And people were like, I don't know how anyone could take this seriously. It looks like it was written by a kindergartner in, like, crayon and shit. Like, this isn't a serious thing. And Kirsche has to decide whether she wants to be serious or wants to be a shit poster. No. If I can show Vice how unserious of a journalistic, like, fucking media site they are, while also threatening legal action at them, you bet your fucking ass I'm going to. Which is why my tweet prefaced it with, I put as much effort into this as Vice does their reporting. So yeah, I'm gonna shitpost and threaten them legally at the same fucking time, because that's what they fucking deserve. He won't trust Nux. This just feels like the newest thing he's latching onto after his last friend group abandoned him. I don't remember everything about the V Shoujo thing when it happened, but I do remember being on Nux's side when it happened. I do remember being like, that seems kind of weird that he talked to their manager and everything was fine, but then afterwards there was not fine. Feels like he did almost nothing wrong here. The manager okayed it. Blue Voldemort, Nux did nothing wrong. Yeah. Like, I think the time I criticized Null was just like, yeah, if he managed to get, like, Taiga banned on YouTube and Taiga did nothing wrong, then yeah, Nux should, like, fucking try and fix that, right? Like, if that was the case. It's always amazed you how interacting with these freaks is the best way to radicalize someone. Oh yeah, this is how radicals are made, is having to interact with these people who do nothing but lie about you and smear you and just be pieces of shit. I called Nux Null 1 sentence ago. Well, you know, they're both the internet's Voldemort is the correct word to say here. They both start with an N. They do. They do. Nux did nothing wrong except the Taiga thing. Visho screwed him over by letting their employees go apeshit on him, even though he went out of his way to check whether he could talk about them. Yeah, he talked to the manager. Like, I don't remember everything, so I don't want to, like, get on a loop on it, because, like, I don't want to say something that's wrong, right? But, like, I do remember back when it happened and I talked about it. I was like, it feels like he's kind of being thrown under a bus here. Munya. Darth Gavel, thank you. Everyone, send Kirsche health potions and scrolls of shield. Thank you. Thank you. You brought, Asmongold was Voldemort for the internet. Having to deal with the tolerant left is the most radicalizing force out there. It's honestly insane. It's honestly insane. And let me see what else I got over here, man. Ammonia. Pretty sure Kirsche vindicated Nux with the Taiga thing. Yeah! I mean, some of that shit was very weird. It was very weird. Someone get a tech mage to make a scroll of ammo regeneration. The look on the man's face was hilarious. If Elon glared any harder, he'd catch fire. Oh my god. Viva la Ririgaki, free the Skaven Queen. Thank you, don't speak to Electrohead. Nianners wanted the Germa Jorkin over Nux Nuttin. I don't know what that means! What did he mean by this? Munya. He's been creating content for over 10 years. He's been through a lot of drama, right? Right? Nux said he reached out to me, Kirsche. Was he one of the many who never got a reply? Probably. I've been slowly replying to people, and then Twitter DMs died, and I could no longer reply to people unless I had them on Discord. And I don't have Nux added to Discord. Somebody else I had been talking to through Twitter finally added me on Discord recently, and I can't remember who it was, but it's like, thank God they did, because otherwise I'd probably never message them back. It's hella weird, but the lines that are crossed to make that shit weird is a problem. Yeah. Yeah. Craig? No, not Craig. Someone else. I can't remember, man. My brain, like, I'm already bad at remembering things normally, chat, but like with how high my stress has been recently, my brain is way more Swiss cheese than usual. Twitter DMs are back up. Can I just pretend they're still down? Is that an option? Side scroller said Twitter DMs were out this morning, but they came up around the time they started streaming today. Interesting. Philly could probably get me in touch with Nux. Oh, I don't need help with that. I know he's in my DM somewhere. Still can't log onto X on your phone? Oh no. If Nux adds me on Discord, he'll rope me into his content eventually. I think I might be doing a podcast episode with him at some point soon, TM? I don't know. I was asked about it and I was like, yeah, sure, I can do it with all of you guys. I don't know who this other person is, but let's go fucking do it. And then I haven't gotten a response yet, so like they just like me, for real. Internet Zen Master, Nux is the N-word for Hassan Piker, and that's hilarious. Also, he owned up to the Taiga thing, his only admission of wrongdoing, as you understand. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't remember. I don't like looping on things if I can't remember everything. Matt Larson, thank you for the 20. Here's some money towards the war chest to stay strapped, stay safe, and don't bend the knee to psychos. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's why I am out here continuing as normal, tweeting as normal, streaming as normal. You know, I gotta take off tomorrow. I won't be able to stream tomorrow because I will be traveling to the underground bunker, so I can't stream from the vehicle. So no stream tomorrow, unfortunately, but we'll be back Sunday, hopefully, if I can get everything fixed and set up. Hopefully. And that's the difference between me taking care of my shit and acting like a normal human and Anna Valens continually trying to make themselves the victim out of a issue that they started, they created, they were the aggressor, they were the attacker, but now they're trying to claim eternal victim status and rile up people into doing harmful things with their wording. It's very interesting, you know, putting these two situations side by side, and you can genuinely see which person has massive amounts of male aggression. He always miss you when you don't stream. I hate not streaming. I love being on stream with you guys, and I feel like, and I know you guys are gonna tell me to shut the fuck up because I'm a retard, but like when I have to cancel streams, I always feel like I'm letting you guys down, and I don't want to do that. Right, like you guys being on stream, like it's a highlight of my day, and I know a lot of you guys feel similarly, like I help you get through work and shit, and so whenever I have to cancel a stream, I just like, I feel bad, and I hate it. Parasociality goes both ways. Want you to be safe and alive? Yeah, I feel like even if I stayed here, I'd be alive, but I just don't want the extra stress, so I'm taking steps to try and have some normalcy in the current time. Yeah, because they're genuinely terrified of losing power. Isn't it funny that they ain't got the guts to go after a male creator with the same takes? Leftist loonies not beating the beta male allegations? 100%! You have a very good point. They're not going after the male creators. Women are the softer targets. Unfortunately for them, I've had to be the man in all of my relationships, and also when I was a child, so... Fuck you. I guess I'm actually trans. For those who pray, will pray. For those who show love, show love. But we all stand with Foxu. Thank you. You're being retarded, but you're our retard. I'm your coconut. Ay. Fucking Bub the Zombie, thank you for that thick fucking 20 gift subby bubbies. Thank you, Bobby, for the subby bubbies. Giga Chad, dude, thank you. It's okay, you'll accept my parasocial feelings. Just remember to donate generously so I can read your super chats. Mwanya, Pip and Jin. You're my Oshi. I will always defend and support you. Awesome, and you don't deserve all the drama. Dear to you. And you're always praying for me and rooting for me. I'm awesome. My voice is one of the few that makes your heart full, and I make you feel happy. Thank you. Thank you for the flub blub, Pip. That's very cute. Very cute and sweet. Mwanya. Nux was also supposed to do an update video with Taiga and Moist Critical, but never got back to that. I have no idea what he's supposed to do or not do. You know? Kirsche, you're not a retard, you're a hard worker. As a black guy, you love my content, agree with a lot of your points. Please be yourself. I try best. I only censor myself to the degree that I have to for the TOS. A cancelled stream is better than a cancelled life. 100%. I don't speak to Electrohead, thank you. Streams have helped you not speed down a highway when you gotta cross state for work events. Like cruising to streams instead of going 110 listening to crackhead funk. I'm glad you're driving safer. Please always drive safe. Eshio the Dark Seraph, thank you, my guy. Can't donate much because you're not able to work, but you just wanted to support the most based Foxu. That is incredibly sweet of you, and I always want to impress, you know? don't ever feel like you're obligated to throw money at me. I very much appreciate all you guys who do, because obviously that's how I pay my bills and I can live. This is my job. But if you don't have, you know, a ton of money, I always want you to be putting yourself first. You are the #1 priority in your life, and you just wanting to spend your time with me, that's good enough for me, man. So don't ever feel pressured to. But thank you. Thank you. I very much appreciate it. Please don't let me feel like I'm dogging on your dono. I just want to make sure you guys take care of yourselves. I don't want people going into like debt and shit donating to streamers. Always take care of yourself first. Plan to tier 3 as soon as you're working again. Oh, that's very sweet, dude. William Nunya, thank you. Foxy, we're willing to go to battle for our Oshis. Purge the wicked. Vulcan lives. Oh my god. Smug Suck, thank you for the 5. You and the Yabbit unironically changed your life for the better and taught you to not bend the knee. Yeah, I stand with the Foxu. Yeah, I mean, I definitely credit, like, back during the Hogwarts Legacy thing, it really inspired me, like, how Silvervale had handled things, and I'd, like, messaged her at the time and been like, hey, you've made me feel like I should be able to stand up for myself in the future if something happens. So, like, I've already been, like, a decently stalwart person, but how Silver acted during Hogwarts Legacy, and then Asmongold's doing what he did during all this controversy, both of those things have allowed me to basically do what I'm doing now. Right, Silver Lore, yeah, Silvervale would be my EN Oshi. Yeah, the slaves are just gonna be giga broken, I'm sorry guys, they're gonna break all the time. Spider Bro, thank you. Mentis also did a video on the cancellation attempt. His video was pretty good to explain, like, how weaselly journalists are. It was pretty fucking good, unless you mean a different video, because I know I watched that one. Scott Roush, thank you. Your mom trained you to survive anything. If I could survive my mom, I can survive progressive ideologue journalist freaks. Zachary Rollick, thank you. Obligatory teal Supa, thank you for the teal. Sean Duncan, thank you for another 100 slaves, my guy. Literally can't stop you. I can't stop you, but the slaves can try and fuck you.
What's this got to do with anything? I said that means it's past your bedtime.
Not the broken slaves.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. This is your DRT's King, thank you for the 100 fucking slaves. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you.
You typically travel your PC by putting them in the back seat and buckling them up like a person. See, I thought about that. I was like, I wonder if I can lay my PC down on its side so the motherboard is like flush with the seat and then put a seatbelt around it. But unfortunately for me, I have 2 towers, and thankfully one of my towers is still in its shipping box, so I don't need to worry about that one. That one can just fucking get plopped in the car. But my tower that I'm using, like, right now, my main tower, I don't have the box for it still, and it is like a super giga big tower. Like, it's bigger than a full-size tower. This bitch is like half of my height, and it weighs more than 50 pounds. Like, it's fucking massive. All right, so like, I don't know if I can fit a seatbelt around this beast. Sounds like a server. It is a full, it's slightly larger than a full tower. It's ever so slightly larger. Kirsche hit the 2nd tower. Wish I didn't have to be a bulwark against the terrible people, but stand strong. We have your back as always. I don't want to be dealing with this, but I see it as kind of like, I guess if this had to happen to someone, it's probably best that it happened to me because of the hate in my heart for journalists, and I know their smear tactics. I watched the correct YouTubers during the original Gamergate, so I knew exactly what was going to happen. And I feel like very few people would have gone the route of lawyering up and issuing cease and desists and actually wanting to go to court if it came to that. I can't see many VTubers willing to go through with all of that.
The butter doggo! Monya!
To all who threaten Kia should be warned, she lives in a low-income housing environment that goes by the government name of Section 8. Her and a group of her courtiers control certain areas of this section in order to run their illegitimate business.
Oh my god. I wish it was Section 8, man. I'd pay so much less. Are you kidding me?
You know, given the amount of veterans in chat, you could unironically put together a pretty formidable security force. The Kashuvan Defense Forces are standing by at KorshCon 1.
I feel like the majority of, like, ex-military dudes in my audience are from the Navy. I don't know if it's because the Navy has an overwhelming amount of weebs or because I just attract gay men. Like, I can't decide which one it is. But like, I don't know how the Navy guys will operate on land, right? Like, I'd have to build a moat for them. Chair Force here? Oh fuck yeah, Chair Force, dude. I have a couple of real life friends who were in the Chair Force, and one of them went on to do, like, his specific job was like breaking through the weird Chinese internet barriers to allow Chinese citizens access to the ClearNet. I was like, that's a fucking really niche job, Jesus Christ. My car should have latch points for a car seat and a ratchet strap that can be used to tie down a big PC in the back seat. I've never had a Babu, so I didn't know that that was a thing. I'll have to poke around and see if I can find the latch points. Army brothers, where you at? Navy is full of weebs, confirmed. Maybe that's why I play Azure Lane. I just got that psychic connection with all the Navy lads. Oh, Monya. Standalone complex, thank you. No army here. You operated a tank. Ooh, tanks make me feel claustrophobic. I don't know how you guys exist in those things. That seems like very scary to me. That seems scary to me. The Korsche Kirsche Defense Force. He's not lying. You're a formal bodyguard for Mexican politicians. Oh fuck, dude. That seems like a scary, like, if anyone is gonna get fucking cartelled, it'll be the Mexican politicians. We read an article about that one guy who got, like, decapitated. That's like, fucking, holy shit, your job is scary, dude. Schmear Lies, thank you for the fucking 15 swastikas. Shabbat Shalom, Foxu in chat. This Israeli Jew is in Philly for a Sunday wedding. Oh, Mazel Tov! So you get to catch the Friday stream. Love Ross. Hashtag Jew stands with Foxu. You know, maybe the schizophrenics are onto something. Why is the shekel a strange swastika symbol?
Not all of us former Navy are gay. I spent 20 years in the Navy and never got cornered by the village people. Love you, anyway.
I was talking to a Navy friend the other day, and he was like, well, I think I'm not gay. I managed to make it through the Navy without ever seeing another man's penis, and I feel like that's a Herculean feat in and of itself. Does this mean that there are Fox Jews now? Yes, there are Fox Jews. They're shutting it down as we speak. Stephen Ortiz, thank you, my guy. Your former Army Infantry, OIF 0809. Hell yeah, brother. You didn't even accomplish that in the Chair Force. Oh no, you see lots of dicks in boot camp. I don't know, man. Wait a minute, the sailor's gotta be blind. How's that even possible? The showers in basic? I don't know, man. You think he's lying? You think he's probably done some more with the schmeat, so he's overcompensating? In the Navy, you can fuck this barrel every day except Tuesday, because Tuesday is when it's your time in the barrel. What the hell? Fox Jews and dinosaur Jews. I need my Israelis in the chat to give me the secret dinosaurs, okay? This is your song, thank you. Moon NP133 Garlics, thank you for the 100 fucking slaves. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. He never saw them because they were always in him, Jesus. NP153 over here just slapping me with schmeat, not even leaving a message. He's just like fucking mushroom stamping it and leaving. God damn, this fucking guy. When you go in the shower, just don't look at other dudes' dicks. What's wrong with you, chat? Quote of the day, remember it's always better to come in the sink than to sink in the cum. Apparently you could drown in it, so, you know. You're in the Navy, you showered together in boot camp, and this was before Don't Ask, Don't Tell was repealed. A former Navy guy, you were in aviation. It's mostly the ship's company that are the gay ones. I think the guy I was talking to was like nuclear. I think he was doing something with nuclear on the subs, if I'm remembering right. In Army Basic, a guy in the opposite bay refused to shower, so they scrubbed him down with green Scotch Brite pads. He learned his lesson. Jesus Christ. Oh god, a nuke! Is that bad? You'll never forget the barracks inspection where someone left out their bad dragon silicon sculpture. Why would you bring that to the barracks? All nukes are weird. Why are they weird? Dude, nukes are intensely gay. Wait, why? What? You heard a story about two privates in basic fucking in the shower using peanut butter as lube? That's disgusting. Why would they do that? Korshovo has nukes now. Yeah, we got the nukes, man. Coffee House Dialogue, thank you. Thoughts on Asmongold reacting to What Do You Meme? I don't know what that is. They study nuclear engineering for like a year before they go to fleet. Is this a truth nuke? Oh god, your brother's a nuke. Can confirm weird. Why are they weird? Fun fact, you're exposed to less radiation on a nuclear submarine than you are just living on Earth normally. That is a fun fact. You're new to my chat. Hello, new to my chat. Needless to say,
Spicy
if you're a vet here, the military supports the
spicy
fox suit
cat
immensely. I love the military support. They're even more isolated since they're stuck underwater in the subs for months at a time. Oh shit. Am I talking about Ryan Kinnell? He was a Navy nuclear something or other. Oh, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. You went to nuke school. It's the kind of nerds that overthink everything. Well, yeah, but that works. I have anxiety. I also overthink everything. Oh god, you have to be weird to agree to live in a tiny sub for months at a time. What if you just like the isolation? Autistic musings, thank you. Your first roommate in the Navy had a closet shrine to My Little Pony. I made the joke to the nuke guy to not build a BDSM stage for the Kirsche plushie, like the My Little Pony guy did for his Twilight Sparkle plushie. I wonder if that was less of a joke than I thought it was. You think that the submarines ever get attacked by colossal squid? No, but that would be interesting. That guy's a VTuber fan now. The whole cast or just one pony? Which one? Yeah, they made a Twilight Sparkle. Not the nuke guy. This is a 4chan story. There was a guy who posted on 4chan that he had like a BDSM stage for Twilight Sparkle, and so like Twilight Sparkle would have like her hooves tied down and like a blindfold on. And then he would fuck the Twilight Sparkle. Thank you, Uncle Sam, for putting them in the ocean. Nukes overthink everything. They live in a death tube and can end a country with a button push. Sounds like my kind of man, honestly. Shadow Wolf, thank you, my guy. We give you the power of God and anime to use to defend yourself with against the demons. Thank you. With the power of God and anime on our side, how can we lose? Deus Vault, my weebrin. A reminder to not read porn fanfic about Twilight Sparkle. So it was like a life-size plushie? No, it wasn't a life-size plushie. It was just like a regular-size plushie. This man likes it handheld, I suppose. I'm dooming a submariner to the gauge. Look, if he escaped the Navy without being gay, I can't turn him gay. All right? The Navy came to your school to recruit for nuclear subs. A bad idea. Your school was bad. You missed 30 seconds ago before you heard that. What? The Twilight Sparkle thing is like an ancient 4chan image. Come on, man. The submarines are super sealed and on the ground you absorb more cosmic radiation than the submarine dude sitting on the nuclear engine. To the guy asking about subs getting attacked by squid, they don't, but several subs have been damaged by cookie cutter sharks. That sounds cute. Cookie cutter shark. Why are they called that? Okay, they're not cute. They sounded cute, but they're not cute. They're not cute. Cookie Monster of the Sea. Hold on, my browser's fucking killing itself. It's I think this is a dried out one. That was a dried out cookie cutter shark for some reason. Yeah, they're not. Why is this man showing his nip nops? Is he trying to get a cookie cutter shark to bite his nipples? Why would you do that? That seems very strange and weird. Look at the perfect rows of teeth though. That's pretty cool. It's like a dentist's wet dream. You think the whiptail sharks are kind of cute? Oh god, these sharks, they're fucking creepy. Probably a Navy guy. Jesus Christ. It'll leave cookie cutter like bites. I mean, the bite marks sound kind of cute, but the shark itself, not cute. What the fuck are those? Cookie cutter shark! Nuke School is infamous for being Kurt Cobain's Winchester levels of difficult? Really? So I guess if you go to Nuke School, you gotta be incredibly smart. See, maybe this is what I should be doing, chat. If I want a himbo, maybe I gotta look at Nuke School graduates If they're smart enough to get through nuke school, but also, you know, kind of dumb, and they're gonna be beefcakes because they've been through fucking Navy training. Maybe that's what I gotta do. Just hang out near a nuke school. Nuclear engineering is for nerds. They're all gay already. We're all very autistic. They'll also all be gay. Well, that's just not true. If they were gay, they wouldn't want to be locked in the submarine away from people, right? Stop choosing gays. You actually know a nuke school grad, though he went green to gold and is now an infantry officer in the Corps? Interesting. Kirsche, you're asking for an incredibly small sliver of the male demographic. What do you mean? If I go to nuke school and I hang out there, that small sliver is just gonna be everyone, right? The antithesis to the woman who hangs outside of prisons for freshly released felons. Yeah, I don't want the felon. I want the nuclear himbo. You were on a nuclear aircraft, not nearly as unhinged. You work with former Navy nukes. They're super gay. Shut up. I'll find the straight one. What about the male gays? Gay and autistic. They're all short. They're in the Navy. Why? That's not a stereotype, is it? That all Navy guys are short? Former military intel. The paradox is true, but at least not gay. Oh god, they need to be ready for the Navy but not be able to get through it so they don't turn gay for you. Did I ever get a reply from the felon on death row? I did not get a reply from Joey Spaghetti. You thought both Navy and Air Force were short people? Short and gay, yes. Why? Bags isn't short. Yeah, that's true. Bagman was Navy. He's not short. You look forward to the AI song of this 2 hours from now. What? What did Asahara say now? Hey, girl, I went to nuke sub school so I can go down under and blow your pussy up. I guess that's better than the macaroni in a pot, though. Oh my god, Kirsche's right, they aren't gay because it's not gay if you're underway. Fuck! I'm gonna have to screen how many penises have you touched that's not yours, sir. I have to judge how much in the Navy you are. My drive from Georgia to Mass will take me right by a nuke school in Connecticut. I know where I'm stopping. It's field trip time. To know about the Navy, but being short helps you fit into military vehicles. Also, what's short to you guys? Because, like, I dated a guy who was 5'5" before. I don't really care about height that much. For reference, I'm 5'7". Yeah, Kirsche, why would you want to hang out in a boopus-shaped object with a bunch of men that can only see other men for an extended period of time? Because you like having the ability to push the nuke button? How many men's backs have you washed while in the showers? 1? How do you find a combat engineer? Hiding in the forest to blow the charge and follow the black-hearted laughter? I don't know what that means. Your military joke went over my head. 5'7" Kings report in. I'm gonna say I think it's super cute when a guy is like around my height, because then I don't have to like super crane my neck and he doesn't have to bend himself in half to give me kisses. We can just stare at each other's faces because we're roughly the same height. I think it's nice. Anything under 6 feet is short to you. You're Mexican-American, so anything below 5'2" is a short woman, and 5'6" men are average size and not short to you. Tiger shark try to eat almost anything they can take a bite out of, including wood, tires, sunken boats, artillery shells, bikes, and cameras. That is interesting. You guys are filled with fun facts today. You can't date women below 5'9" because you're super tall. Dating short women is really awkward. Yeah, but like if you dated a woman who was like 5'2", you could just like pick her up and carry her around like a suitcase. Being down to kiss the midget in front of you is peak cuteness. I mean, yeah, it can be cute, but like I think it's really cute when we could just look face to face. I don't know, maybe I'm weird. Maybe I'm broken as a woman. When am I going to ask Asman out? I feel like I should never do that. You're 6'5" and most of your girlfriends were 4'10" to 5'2". This guy could play basketball with his girlfriends. You get it? Face to face is nice. Yeah, exactly. It also probably would make 69 easier. You know? I'm just pontificating. I wouldn't know. Andrew B, thank you for the 5. Girl, yeah, I'm a nuclear tech Girl, I'm a nuclear sub-tech. I know how to insert my control rod into your hot pile to make steam. Holy shit. Asmon, you heard her. You have to ask her out. I feel like if he asked me out, I would just melt into a puddle and not be able to recover for, like, weeks at a time. Dating Asmon would ruin the illusion. Just let her have her fantasy in her head, chat. You're 5'8", your ex-wife was 5'8.5 and loved wearing platform shoes or high heels. Yeah, when I wear heels, I can hit like 6 foot, you know? So if I'm dating a guy around my height, he's gonna have to look up sometimes when I wear my fancy shoes. You're not into NTR, so you can't date Asmon? Yeah, that's true. I only do Findom as a bit. I can't actually do Findom for him. Don't worry, the minute he asks you out, Twitter will have a messaging outage. True! Who the fuck counts the half inches? Great question. The size difference. Oh my god. I feel like body-wise, Kirsche's ideal man would be like a young Glenn Danzig, and he's only 5'3". I don't know what Glenn Danzig looks like. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be 100% real. Speaking of which, I had some tabs I wanted to look at today. I don't think I've asked my mods for anything, so I think I can actually open tabs at the moment. We've been talking about just how, like, fucking crazy progressive people have been. So I think this is a good tab to bring up. James Moore, thank you for the 5. Kirsche, no offense, but I watch you. I'm not dating anyone but my hand. Sorry. Disregard the Californian debuff. What do you mean? You watch me. That means you should be fucking hope-pilled, my guy. I mean, that means you should be feeling like, yeah, it's my hand today, but soon it will be a woman's warm pocket. I'm gonna get that wife. I'm gonna have children. That's what your life's gonna be. You're gonna make it, dude. You're gonna make it. Should I go to Asmon's stream and tell him about how madly in love with him you are? Don't do that. Don't embarrass me. A friend of yours is 6'6". His girlfriend is 4'10", and when he showed you a picture of them, the first thing you said was, "That is a height difference." Oh my god. You're 5'7". You're a certified manlet. That's okay, short king. Don't drop your crown. 8 kids minimum. California has a 40% illiteracy rate as of 2025. That doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me at all. This article that I tried to bring up, but my fucking OBS hates me. Motherfucking 24-year-old Australian woman set friend on fire for making misogynistic remark. That seems like the appropriate reaction. An Australian woman, oh god, she has them fucking senpaku eyes, holy shit. She looks like she's gonna unhinge her jaw and fucking eat you. Jesus Christ, jump scare. White woman jump scare. An Australian woman allegedly lit her longtime friend on fire because he made a misogynistic remark during a wild night of partying, a court heard earlier this month. Corby Jean Walpole, 24, pleaded guilty in an Aubrey District Court to the arson attack on Jake Loader, 23, saying she felt overwhelmed by his antagonistic behavior throughout the night before she was finally set off by a sexist remark he made during a house party in New South Wales last year, according to the Australian Broadcasting Corporation. Loader told Walpole she should stay in the kitchen making scones if she couldn't handle drinking with the boys, which sent the 24-year-old into a rage, the court heard, according to the outlet. She grabbed a gallon of gasoline from the garage and doused Loader with the flammable substance, waving a lighter at him threateningly. "Go on, do it," Loader yelled at his friend, who was drunk and had consumed cocaine. She confessed! Literally a crime boss party, holy shit. Also, if you've already been doused in gasoline, I feel like you shouldn't be egging on the brain-damaged, mentally ill woman with a lighter, right? Like, I feel like you might want to disengage, honestly. What the fuck did the friend say? You have a feeling the remark was the last straw? He said that she should stay in the kitchen making scones. He literally made a surface level, like, go back to the kitchen joke from 2002. I can't numbers. And she got so mad she lit him on fire. Walpole then touched him with the lighter, setting him ablaze, according to the testimony. Loader sustained burns to 55% of his body and had some of his sweat glands burned off. He was put in a medically induced coma for 8 days after the attack, according to a victim impact statement read in court. He required 10 operations and spent 74 days in a burn unit at a Melbourne hospital, according to the statement. Once again, chat, if an insane woman douses you with gasoline and starts threatening you with a lighter, please don't go all macho and ask her to do it. Please retreat to live to see another day and not incur 55% of your body being graciously burned. All right, okay? 55% of his body is a really big deal. Yeah, it is. It's absolutely fucked. The friend cannot step outside into the sun because of the extensive epidermal damage, the statement said. Walpole told the court that she had been abusing drugs and alcohol since a breakup in 2022 and regretted the heartless act. I just don't believe that for a single fucking second. If someone saying go back to the kitchen is enough to get you to set them on fire, like, you need to be put in an institution for the safety of other people. Like, you cannot be trusted on your own recognizance at any point in time. I've gone through some pretty bad fucking breakups, and I did not resort to abusing drugs, all right, okay? She looks crazy. Yeah, she looks absolutely insane.
I'm 5 feet 4 inches, but I've climbed 6 feet 5 inches mountains. Big ladies are neat.
Big ladies are neat. Hidden, thank you for the $25 doodles, my guy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, my guy. The crazy eyes are real, man. They are. Stream Elements is catching up again. I hope that one day we won't have any Stream Elements issues. It's been rather annoying. The Firebug. Why would you call her a Firebug? Why would you give her like this cute little nickname for setting a man on fire and burning over 55% of his body? Like, can we please? Can we not? During the trial, that she was pushed to the edge by Loader, who tried to wrestle with her and was being continuously antagonistic throughout the night, the Australian Broadcasting Corporation reported. If he was trying to wrestle with her, that would be like a physical assault kind of thing. So, like, I just don't believe that, because she would have led with that statement if that had actually happened. Firebugs turn people into fiery corpses. Firebug is just a term for arsonist, but usually refers to serial arsonists, not one-offs. I don't like Firebug because it sounds like a term of endearment. It should have been a pyromaniac. Yeah, right? Firebug seems to imply she's a pyromaniac. It sounds like cute. It sounds like an endearing nickname. The nose ring is truly telling. Yeah, if a girl with a nose ring is into you, please run. The nose ring is like the largest Chinese red flag you could ever see. If she got a nose ring, that is a level of crazy you don't want to stick your dick into, chat. Warning you right now. To this day, I feel horrible, remorseful, guilty for what I've done to Jake, not only to Jake, but his family, his loved ones, his mutual friends, anyone who's been impacted in this entire case, Walpole told the court, according to the outlet. I find it very hard to believe the injuries that were caused was from my doing, Walpole added, saying, I would do anything to go back in time. I find it hard to believe the injuries that were caused were from my doing. Women and accountability are like oil and water, dude. Holy shit. She pleaded guilty to one charge of burning or maiming by using corrosive fluid, the ABC reported, and Walpole is due back in court this month for sentencing. Of course she makes this about herself, man. Fire burns people. Insert Cher song here. Which one? You doused him in gasoline and set him on fire? Yeah, like this was multiple steps of premeditation, man. Come the fuck on. You dig the tall women as well, mostly so you don't have to keep a chiropractor on retainer for trying to maintain polite eye contact. Manya! Crumbs are crummy. Thank you for that. 69 buttered doggo. Tips will be tax-free soon, so good job falling off the grid here in a minute. Unfortunately, content creators do not count for tax-free tips. I've been railing about this for months. And so it's really disappointing to see so many content creators on Twitter being like, yay, no tax on tips. It's like, no, it doesn't count for you, you fucking spaz. Maybe this is why you should pay attention to politics a bit more, you fucking weirdo. But like, yeah, I would love no tax on tips to count for content creators. I would love for that to count, but it doesn't. And so I don't have time to figure out how to lobby right now. I got too much on my plate at the moment, chat. So it would be nice if I had other content creators who wanted to try and lobby for this. I got fucking hair on me! I'm going crazy, I can't find it! Okay. All right, sorry. One of my head hairs had like popped out of my head somewhere, and I like kept feeling it like on my left hand and on my thigh, and so I was just like wiggling around trying to grab it, and I couldn't fucking grab it and figure out where it was coming from. And I've been doing this for like 10 fucking minutes now. Just lost my mind. Sorry, that scared you awake. Good morning. Good morning. It's time for pancake. One single hair. Oh, I guess you can say you're so stressed you have a hair trigger? Yeah, right, dude? You know, a loose strand like that could be annoying, but that was a hell of a crash out! I've been fucking trying to get it off me for 10 minutes, chat, okay? If you're a guy who has a girlfriend and she has long hair and you've ever woken up with like her hair wrapped around your cock like a noose, you know it can get annoying, all right, okay? That hair is gonna strangle your cock at some point. An army of Uranus failed, but a hair took her down.
Munya!
My Oshi can't be this bipolar! No one has ever had that problem in the history of ever. That's where you're wrong. If you live with a woman who has long hair, or if you have long hair yourself, eventually you're gonna get one of those hairs wrapped around your cock and it's going to hurt. It's happened to every single man I've ever spoken to who's had a long-haired girlfriend or had long hair themselves. These people, after you have no idea what they're doing, all it takes is a single "What's the fucking hair news?" You've had long hair and you've had that happen to yourself. Yeah, absolutely, man. The way you phrased that sounded like it was her full head of hair, not a strand. No, it's a strand. Those stray strands of hair are gonna go fucking hard, dude. They're gonna hunt your cock down. I've had it happen, and yeah, I can confirm. Long-haired guy, you've had your dick caught in them from the hair noose? Yeah. +1 wrapped around -1. It didn't hurt because you're well aware of its presence before it becomes taut. Schmear lies, thank you for the 6 swastikas. If a girl lit you on fire, you would hug her. Burn! True. True, like, if someone does light you on fire, I feel like that's the course of action. You just run at them as fast as possible while they're still stunned by what's happening, and you counter-set them on fire. You're like, bitch, if I'm gonna get burned, so are you. YouTube slaves that came in, so I don't forgore. Thank you. And P153 garlics. Every time I read your name, I really want to eat some fucking tuto bread. There's some fucking, like, cheese and garlic tuto bread that has, like, fucking roasted garlic cloves baked into it. Oh, it's so fucking good. It's so fucking good. I love slicing off some pieces and putting it in my oven with a little bit of, like, fucking more garlic and olive oil, because I eat enough garlic to kill an army of vampires, as is tradition for Italians. And then after it's nice and crisped up in the fucking oven, put some fucking bruschetta and fresh mozzarella on that bitch. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so good. Garlic is good for you. I fucking love garlic, man. Garlic is super healthy. Yeah, it is. Garlic's amazing. Thank you, NP153 Garlics! I got distracted by garlic, so I didn't even read your message. You heard of a guy, Dr. Bruce Banner. Apparently his involvement with nuclear radiation actually turned him into a himbo. People have described his transformation as incredible. Maybe if you start exposing people to nuclear radiation, you might see some similar results. So what you're saying is that you agree with my take that I should hang out around nuke schools to find nuclear submariners who have finished their schooling and hope that they are both autistic and himbo-esque. Thank you, Mr. Garlics. Bruce Banner is the Hulk's name. That is the one reference I actually know. Don Z, thank you, my dude, for your favorite Foxu. At least you won't stab me. Get yourself an ice cream after stream to relieve stress. I don't know if I have time for ice cream. Don't leave Asmon. Hey, Spicy Cat, you ready to break another scam train record at the literal end of stream? You can't keep me captive here today, chat. I need to leave. Don't go to nuke schools. Wait, you're Italian, so you're not a white woman because Italians aren't white? I am a full-blooded American. I was born on the American soil and with the desire to throw tea in the ocean in my blood. But yeah, like, heritage-wise, I am Italian and French. I have, like, a very minuscule percentage of Irish, so I don't even bother mentioning that half the time because it's like Pocahontas, right? Where they're like, I'm 116th Native American. It's like, there's no point in mentioning the Irish. There's always time for ice cream. The nuke school is in Goose Creek, South Carolina. Man, so what you're saying is that when I do end up moving back up to New England, I can just hit up all the nuke schools on the way and maybe bring a nuke school himbo home with me. It's like, I'd be just like my mother, except instead of bringing home a neo-Nazi Aryan Brotherhood felon, I'd be bringing home a nuke school himbo. That's the good ending. And Pippa's bunker will be safe, I'm sure. Italian and French, you must make amazing food. I do. I fucking can cook, baby. I can cook. You were my Oshi, but you're French. It's okay, I can't speak the language. Risk Videos, thank you. You're a natural-born Ellis Island patriot. Pretty fucking much, baby. Have long hair yourself to donate to cancer. It's mostly the washing machine's fault. What the fuck? Kirsche as a military wife. Well, at least they won't come home to a child of questionable ethnicity, you know? If I talk to you about why the show Ruby is a bad show in autistic detail, do you think I have a chance of getting a date, or would you be forever alone? Well, I don't like Ruby, so that wouldn't work on me. You're Pangean since your ancestor Sinognathus lived in Pangea. What the fuck does he mean by this? You say that, but Jodie is a thing. Jodie? Like Jodie Foster? Little speed boot, thank you. I never have time to mention the Irish truer words, Kier. They call Kirsche a Nazi, but the reality is that it's actually her mom. The people calling me a Nazi would not be able to last a day with my mother. Jody is the guy who cucks the guy on deployment. Oh, sorry, I don't know the cuck jokes of the military specifically. Jody is the guy who bangs your girlfriend when the soldiers are away on mission. Why would you fuck a guy named Jody? As a former Navy, Kirsche would be an awesome military wife. It's 4:57 p.m. Oh shit, you right? Oh shit, you right? Do I have time for anything else? Because it's been delayed a little bit. I know I told my mods like a time that I'd have to hard stop stream, but it's you know, it's a little different. Do I have anything I can let's see here. Oh, we can talk about fucking more weird Australia things. We got another OnlyFans whore who decided that she wanted to fuck hundreds of men. But I guess unlike the other OnlyFans whores who were able to do like 1,000 dudes in a day or whatever, this one wasn't up to the task and got hospitalized. I was like, I don't know, man. Beastly, thank you for the fucking nuts! You just got here watching at 1.5 times speed to catch up. I can't imagine watching my speedy ass at like increased speed, dude. I gotta sound like a fucking Muppet at that point. What time is stream stopping today? Original plan was like 5, but I think I have a little bit of extra time. I think I have a little bit of extra time. Yeah, I do, okay. Soon, TM! You think one of the Brits OnlyFans girls got arrested? What the fuck? For what? Where do you find 583 men to participate in this? That is a great question. Right, like, we all focus on how much of a disgusting whore the women who do this are, but what about how disgusting the men are? Like, why would you want to be in a 583-man lineup to drop your goop in a puddle of other goop? Like, that just seems like a bad fucking time, man. She even got a special whore hospital gown. That's true. Why is she wearing a whore gown? Why isn't this the regular hospital gown? You get used to it. 583 isn't a record anymore, so what's even the point? That's disgusting. I hate that that's true. Annie Knight has been admitted to the hospital after a challenge during which she slept with 583 men in a single day. Yeah, and you had to get hospitalized and you didn't even break the record. This is probably just like an OnlyFans ad, and I'm reading it because it's disgusting, and hopefully you guys find it disgusting instead of looking her up after this. The 27-year-old OnlyFans star, dubbed Australia's most sexually active woman. Well, I mean, she's not that sexually active if it's only 583. I mean, we've read multiple women doing over 1,000 at this point, so like, I'm not really impressed anymore. All right, like, the parking garage that is your vagina doesn't have enough capacity for me to be impressed by how much you've done here. The fact that you got hospitalized actually makes you just worse than the other whores, if we're being honest. Her vulva were weak! Oh my god, it's fine. Shared a video from her hospital bed on Wednesday after rushing in to be treated for cramps and excessive bleeding, just days after taking part in the filmed orgy on Sunday. Knight says that the issue stems from her pre-existing endometriosis, I can't pronounce that word, which she said had been triggered by stress. On Sunday, everything will all be good, but the next day I had a lot of bleeding, and I shouldn't really have because I'm on contraception, and I was a little bit worried about it, but I decided I would wait it out and see how it goes, she tells Perth Now. Fun fact, even on contraception, you still get your period occasionally, right? Like, it's just instead of getting 12 periods a year, you might get, like, between 1 and, like, 6, maybe? Right? Like, it's drastically less, but it still happens sometimes. 3D PD females will never stand up to the level of anime girls. Never. There's no point to OnlyFans. You'll never understand the appeal. I agree. If you really need to watch porn on occasion, right, consume it occasionally. Do not become a gooner. But also, the animated pornography is just better. There's more of a line divide between fiction and reality. Unless you go into the Doomer Coomer route and you start watching Fuda, in which case, I'm sorry, you're lost forever. You will never fuck a real woman. There's so much junk out there. What is on this girl's bingo card? Great question. Then it turned into really bad cramps and pains. Then I started to get a bit worried and decided to take myself to the hospital. Why she look like an alien, chat? Why do all these Zoomers either look like fish people or aliens? Can someone explain this to me? I just like... She does. I'm confused. Knight added that her doctors were at first concerned the bleeding and pain was a result of her intense challenge, but later ruled that out. Well, then why the fuck is this even an article? Why would you have an article title about her being hospitalized after fucking 583 men and then in the article say, but actually, it has nothing to do with that? This literally is just an advertisement for her OnlyFans. We ran a bunch of tests that day, and then eventually it was my endometriosis that had been exacerbated by mostly stress, and not so much the physical challenge that I did on Sunday. It was exacerbated by stress, you say? The stress of knowing that your soul is eternally damned because you had sex with over 550 men in one day? That you've lost a part of your soul that you can never get back, and that you have become an object, a receptacle, no longer human? Endometriosis occurs when cells in the lining of the uterus are found elsewhere in the body. Each month, these cells react in the same way as those in the uterus, building up, breaking down, and bleeding. Yet, the blood has no way to escape the body. Symptoms include pain, heavy periods, and fatigue, as well as higher risk of infertility and bowel and bladder problems. You know, not that I would wish endometriosis on anyone, but I feel like if anyone should have a higher risk of infertility, it's someone willing to fuck hundreds of men in one day. I feel like that's probably a good thing for humanity on the whole. Fuck, that condition's really painful. She's had work done, and they did not do it well. The duck lips to look good at blowjobs. I feel like you don't need duck lips to look good at blowjobs. I feel like even with, you know, like the thin white woman lips, you can make that shit look nice around a cock. Your ex had it, it made it painful. Yeah, like, I would never wish that kind of condition on anyone. But it's probably a good thing that she has a higher chance of being infertile. I cast endometriosis. Spiritual fracturing, very Brandon Sanderson sci-fi, true and real. Its cause is unknown, but may be genetic, related to problems with the immune system, or exposure to chemicals. The treatment focuses on pain relief and improving quality of life, which may include surgery or hormone treatment. Knight was also in the hospital with a mystery ailment just a month ago. Chet Alvino? She doesn't even look like a real person here, man. It looks like she's in a jail cell and that she's possessed. Like I'm about to watch like a fucking trailer for a horror movie. I mean, I guess the way I say horror works in both cases in this case. Being hospitalized after taking 583 men in a day was not on my 2025 bingo card. So she's even saying that, even though it has nothing to do with that. At the time, she looked unwell as she lay in a bed in a photo shared by her fiancé, Henry Brayshaw. Chat. All you men in my chat right now, I just want you to know that no matter how down on yourself you feel, no matter how, like, pathetic you might feel in moments of weakness when you're, like, beating up yourself, you will never be as pathetic as one Henry Brayshaw. You will never be as bad or in as bad of a position. Your life will always be better than this man's. Get the chair! In the Instagram stories post, Annie wore a blue hospital gown and slept while surrounded by monitors. Wonder where the life support switch is, Henry joked in the caption alongside the image. That's not a joke. That's not. That comes from a deep place inside of Henry that knows what's happening is wrong. That's his inner voice trying to speak sense into the situation. It was not explained by either Annie or Henry why the performer required the visit to the hospital. The couple only recently announced that they're set to marry after only 1 week of dating. Annie recently revealed the truth behind her shock engagement to her fiancé. Henry. The famous sex worker and her beau are set to walk down the aisle after Henry popped the question during a romantic dinner at the end of March. Appearing on the Kyle and Jackie O show, Annie admitted the pair's romance had only just got serious when Henry asked for her hand in marriage. The crazy bit about it is we've only been officially dating for a week, she told a shocked Kyle Sandilands and Jackie O. Henderson. I am just stunned at the levels of intelligence on display in this article. Like, whenever I think we have hit the rock bottom, it just drops a little bit more. These are the kinds of people that were parodied in Idiocracy, and you just prefer not to think about existing in real life, because if they exist in real life, shit's gotten real bad. Get the feeling this is a paid promotion piece. Yeah, this feels like a paid promotion piece. I'm glad I'm disgusted by it, and hopefully you guys are too. That's probably why she's wearing like a special fucking whore jacket instead of the actual hospital gowns. Like, entirely fucking staged. I hate these people. That's just like the fucking like Amaranth shit with her husband and all of them arguing and whatnot and having these crazy scripted meltdowns on stream. You fooled me once, Amaranth. I thought you were good at acting because I've had abusive relationships, and so I felt, how would someone lie about this? I felt like I could believe you, but unfortunately you were proven to be a liar, and I will not believe any of your fake acting at this point, Amaranth woman. Someone dug a deep hole and threw a shovel down it. Why do they have really good warm temp lighting in a hospital room? That's also a nice point. However, we've been best friends for 10 years and we have dated in the past. Oh my god, can you imagine? Can you imagine on and off dating a porn star while she's off whoring with other people? And then like eventually she's just like, okay, I guess I'll settle down with you. I guess I can let you like marry me or something. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, this fucking guy. This is your song, thank you.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
I saw someone in chat say she's on an IV. She could just be getting rehydrated because women be dumb. The amount of dudes who have talked about having to bring their girlfriends to the ER just for like fucking hydration IV purposes because they're too dumb to drink is insane to me.
Dating a tamer Bonnie Blue.
I don't want to think about fucking Bonnie Blue. God damn, all of these people. And the Timu Bonnie Blue. The Last Roman, thank you for the fucking 100 slaves, my guy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. You'll always date someone better than one of these weird OnlyFans advertisement people. And we've sort of been seeing each other recently. It's not a shotgun engagement or anything like that. It's been 10 years in the making. It's not 10 years in the making if you've been fucking other people. I don't know. Maybe I'm too strict here, chat, but I feel like it's just really gross when you fuck people that you don't have an emotional connection with.
What the hell is this spicy cat raid?
Can we bring back shaming? I agree. Amumi playing games. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. Annie says that her engagement won't stop her from bedding hundreds of men before her wedding night. I don't think it'll stop her from bedding hundreds of men after her wedding night either. I'm going to be real honest with you, actually. And it's just like, why? As a man, why would you want this? Like, I've seen the incredible cope on some podcasts where guys are like, yeah, I let my girl do OnlyFans. I don't mind when she fucks other guys because, like, at the end of the day, like, she's mine, you know? And it's like, it feels good knowing that, like, other men want her, but they can't have her, like, the way that I do. What do you mean, can't have her the way that you do? Because if she's fucking them, you don't have her in any other way that they don't. Like, what are you talking about, my guy? He's not a man. He just really wants the sloppy 530 seconds. You feel icky thinking about holding hands outside of a relationship? I mean, I'll hold your hand and give you kisses when we're, like, you know, dating. I think that's okay. But, like, any more than a kiss, it's like, ain't no way, dude. Fucking no. When desperation will drive a weak man to incredible lows. Like, that's fucking crazy, man. The infidelity clause in their prenup. She swallows for him and spits for everyone else. Disgusting. Maybe he has a huge dick and the only lube to get it in is 500 other
It's
men's
Friday,
cum.
so, and also stay safe.
I'm fucking sick to my stomach. Azehara, how do you type these things? Speaking to dailymail.com about the happy news, Annie said that her fiancé is completely monogamous and faithful to her and is forbidden from sleeping with other women, but the same rules don't apply to her. Why are men like this? I actually knew someone who had a relationship like this, where like the guy was her fiance and was like so devoted to her that he was just like, I only want to fuck you, I don't want to fuck other people, but if you want to fuck other guys, like that's completely fine, you can do that. I want you to be happy. I want like you to do anything that'll make you happy. And so when she described, like, she hated having sex with him, but he was like good emotionally. So she would like describe like when she let him have sex with her, that she would just be like texting people or playing games on her phone while he did it. And I was just like, this sounds like the unhappiest relationship on both sides. Why are you still together? Why are either of you still doing this? I don't understand. What is wrong with you? That makes you legit angry? Yeah, like I just do not understand. You're sick now, but wait until you hear the AI reggae remix. Bombaclat! Cuck fetishes are weird and their relationships are very dysfunctional. It's like, I hate, like, whether it's the man or the woman asking for an open relationship or, like, even just putting it on the table. I think either way, it's just grotesque. A total lack of self-respect. Yeah, exactly. You never got the appeal of the woman doesn't even notice she's having sex fetish? I don't fucking know, man. You're suddenly even more understanding of MG Tao. I'm not, because this happens on the guy's end sometimes, too. I'm not. There's shitty people everywhere. Don't let the shitty stories overpower you and get you to blackpill. Dude's not her boyfriend. He's her butler / fallback. If her relationship ever reaches that point, just please take it out back and end it. Yeah, pretty fucking much, dude. Pretty fucking much. No? Not only did Annie have sex with 600 men last year, she's now got her sights set on doing 1,000 guys before the end of 2025 and says that wedded bliss with her husband-to-be isn't going to change a thing. He is super supportive, he's just the best, and he understands that I'm very work-oriented and that I enjoy my job. Yeah, I'm sure any fucking himbo I get with is gonna understand that I am a workaholic and I enjoy my job, but my job doesn't involve taking hundreds of dick from strange men instead of him! What the fuck? Is there no end to her cock hunger? Does he strap a board to his butt so he doesn't fall in? Jesus Christ. It's not cheating, it's my job. I hate it. We have 10 years of history. He knows me better than anyone, better than I even know myself. We've been through so much together, and the support and love that we have for each other is unmatched. He accepts me for who I am. This is so sad and gross and perverse. I feel sorry for this young woman. She needs Jesus. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with this top comment. If anyone on Earth needed Jesus, it's the two people in this fucking article. Holy shit. Holy shit. Thankfully, raised by parents and older sisters who drilled into your head to walk away the minute a girl wants an open relationship. Oh, absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Like, even if you're one of those guys, right? I talk about this occasionally. Like, I don't want you guys to get so far deep in, like, self-loathing, you start thinking you're not deserving of, like, a decent partner. So even if you've, like, been in that situation where you're, like, incredibly depressed, you have a lot of self-loathing, you still deserve better than some fucking whore treating you like an emotional sponge while fucking other guys. You will always deserve better than that. Alright? Unless you're one of those weird incels in my chat who think that, yes, all women are entirely whores to be used and don't deserve love, then, I mean, you probably deserve the whore pussy pocket, I'm gonna be real with you. Just have 600 men worth of sex with a single man. Exactly! Just treat your husband like he's 600 men and fuck him 600 times. Drain his soul out through his cock. Jesus, might not be enough on this one. Someone call Allah. No, don't. Chat told you. You did not last time. 14 times a day, that won't take long. Look, you need recovery days after that, dude. You can't just go all in, okay? I don't know how much of this we'll have time to watch because I do need to keep the time in mind at this point. But I did want to watch a little bit of Trump's meeting with the president of South Africa because I feel like this was an incredibly important meeting. And I've seen like a bunch of clips on Twitter. I don't know how long the like full thing is, so we'll probably skip around a little bit. But I think it was incredibly, incredibly important to showcase that a genocide is basically happening. And like Trump has talked about the Boer murders before, and like there have been a lot of people talking about like how Russia had offered asylum to Boers before. Canada and the US had declined to do that previously. Trump is now offering asylum to the Boers fleeing. So we have stuff actually happening, and it's crazy to me as well because part of what my crazy mentally ill harassers were trying to use against me was when I was using a South African YouTuber as well as government documents as a source for Africa implementing race-based land grabbing, where as a farmer you are not allowed to have over a certain amount of water unless you sell part of your farmland to the African blacks in your country. And I felt like that was kind of insane. That was kind of insane and kind of crazy. And the fact that I would be attacked for just reading something that exists and is real is also insane and crazy. To be fair, you also don't trust the government documents very often. I mean, yeah, I don't trust government documents, but like they wrote it down, right? Ambush from the media. Strange how this feels like a calming subject. The world is on edge.
We'll begin shortly.
Is this a full fucking hour? It might be. It might be.
Great honor to be with the President of South Africa, President Ramaphosa, and he is a man who is certainly in some circles really respected, other circles.
Crow, thank you for the Oshi
like all
dollars.
of us, in all fairness, like all of
We
us.
all like that.
We also have a few of my friends. Ernie Ellis, the great golfer. He's a truly great golfer.
I can
Retief
probably
Lewison,
increase
who's
the
an
playback
other
speed
really,
here.
We call him really a great golfer too, Ernie, right? You two guys are fantastic. And we could add Gary to the group, Gary Player. What a group of golfers.
Oh, Gary, you smell so
There must
good.
be something in the water, right? It's something good. These two guys are
It's the water.
unbelievable.
The water set.
And Gary's Gary. And David Frost, also another one that I know is such a great one. Was he as good a putter as they say, David? He's a putter. He's a putting machine, right? But he's another one. So something very good about South African golf, and golf is still doing great in South Africa. And they have young players I hear coming up that are going to be very good. But it's an honor to have you here, and my friend, it's an honor to have you, one of the greatest businessmen in South Africa and long beyond. Thank you for being here. It's very, very good. Appreciate it. So we're going to be discussing certain things, as you know. We have
Certain things, the
G20
foreshadowing.
is going to South Africa. When is that going to be?
In November.
In November.
Thereafter, I hand over to you.
Yes, we have it next
You
year.
originated the G20, so I'll hand over later to you,
Right.
and then you lead the G20.
We're going to have it the following
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
So we'll be discussing many things, and some of the things you've been reading about in the papers and
Yes.
in the media. And I would say,
Surely
look,
the Boer
the
refugees
president
in the U.S. give South Africa what they want, Whitey out of the country. There was actually, I can't remember which politician said it, but they were saying that like the Boers shouldn't be given refugee status because they're just escaping like consequences or some shit. I can't remember how it was worded, but I remember reading that on Twitter and I was just like, what the actual fuck? That is insane. That is an insane train of thought.
a truly respected man in many, many circles, and in some circles he's considered a little controversial. But we're going to be discussing some of the things that are taking place in South Africa and see if we can help.
little
And we want to
controversial.
help. And we've had a long relationship with South Africa. I have, because indirectly I have so many friends that live there. I have a lot of friends. I mean, these are famous guys, but I have a lot of friends that live
The
there that are
musky
tremendous
man.
people. And we'll be discussing that. We'll have a nice conversation, and I really appreciate that you guys came along. It really helps us,
Fleeing
thought
racial
process.
justice. Thank you.
But
That's
it
how
is a
they
great
worded
honor to
it.
have you, and I appreciate
Thank you,
called.
Sheila.
You called. I don't know where you got my number, but I picked up. He said, I want to come over and see you. That was my honor. Thank you very much for being here.
You're most welcome.
Thank you
Most
very
welcome.
much.
Well, thank you very much for welcoming us to this reformed White House. I've been here before, and it looks really fantastic. I must congratulate you.
Thank you.
But
does
I also
look
thank
beautiful.
you for allowing our delegation. This is a very mixed delegation that you've got. We've got people from government, my ministers. I've got someone from the trade union movement, who we really collaborate with, and from business as well, and our sporting legends. When I spoke to you, you said, yes, come along and bring Gary Player, bring any else.
I love Gary!
I brought the two of them. Gary Player, I spoke to him, and he said, look, I'm getting on in my years, but wishes us luck in this discussion with you. So it's a real joy, and I'd also like to thank you for allowing your people to start discussions with us at the trade level. I mean, we are essentially here to reset the relationship between the United States and South Africa. We are long-standing partners in many, many ways. We've collaborated in many fields, in space issues, in energy, and in trade, and we therefore need to reset that, particularly in the light of some of the announcements that you made on trade and investment. So we want to advance more trade between the two of us, two countries, and our people now have been empowered by yourself and by myself to start engaging, and we hope that we will be able to fuel that engagement during our talks. And we also want to discuss
The heck is
issues
that
have
ASCII
to do with
art of?
how we promote further investment
Who dat?
in both countries. We've got about 22 companies from South Africa that have invested in the US. That's creating a number of jobs. And similarly, you've got almost 600 companies that have invested in South Africa, and some of them have been in South Africa for more than 100 years. That's true. So our links.
This is, a little bit of a boring lead up, but I want to see how we get to the video, right, chat? Like I want to see the setup.
A range of issues, geopolitical, the work that you're doing to bring peace around the world. Ukraine, and the
Apartheid in reverse
value
is socially
that.
right, and
Also a
justice for
great contributor
apartheid as the
to
country
these processes
devolves
that
in
we
part
want around the
to
world. And of course, we
cleansing the
want to
past
discuss how
tragedy
we can support
with a
each
worse
other.
tragedy that will
You are a much
economically
bigger
kneecap
economy
South Africa
than
for
we are. We're just a
generations.
tiny
That's a very
economy,
weird
but we rely
mindset
on
that they
each other
have.
on a number of issues. We've got critical minerals that you want to fuel the growth of your own economy and reindustrialize. So we have that on offer, including rare earth minerals. So all that combination of opportunity and the products that we buy from you, as well as what we sell to you, I believe makes up a really good and powerful relationship, which we need to strengthen, which we need to engender, and that is really what has brought us here. And we are really privileged to have, great South Africans in the mix. As you said, you'd like to see them as well. And I brought you a really fantastic golf book. It weighs 14 kilograms, and it showcases the golf
flattery.
courses in our country. Johan Rupert wrote preface. So did
Trump is just letting him dig his
And I want
hole.
to showcase
That is
the
also
golf courses.
my interview
You might
style.
remember when I spoke to you, and we spoke about golf, you said I should start practicing. And I've started practicing, President, so I'm ready. But let me end just the introductory remarks by thanking you. You may not recall that 5 years ago I spoke to you during the COVID period.
Diggy hole.
And it was at a time when the whole world was going through a really cathartic moment. And we asked for assistance, and you were able to assist us with respirators, and you kept to your word, and you delivered respirators to us. We didn't have as many in our country, and it really helped to help us deal with COVID. So I'm here also to say thank you and to thank the people of America for having helped us.
Deadpool kid, thank you. You're not sure if the previous tip
Being the
went through,
small
but here's some more
economy
love.
that we are, we
Thank
needed
you.
help
It
around
probably
the
did. Stream
And you
elements
were
have
there
just
to
been really
provide. So
fucking
thank you very
broken
much.
for like
Remember
weeks
the
now.
goal.
Binary Mind has been trying to get them to
Became,
fix shit.
The respirator king. We started making them. Nobody had them. We had very few of them.
That's right.
But they were very helpful. But we sent 150 and then.
Did I mention the upcoming Gamer Subs collab with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? I did, but I can mention it again right now before we watch images of genocide. Go to gamersubs.gg at the moment and use code Kirsche to get 10% off your JoJo Bizarre Adventure cups and powder. You can get it in caffeine and non-caffeine. It's live right now, chat. Go buy your JoJo. Code Kirsche for 10% off.
I appreciated the letter. You wrote me a letter.
That's right. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much.
Thank you very much for that. It really touched my heart after I spoke to you and you delivered.
It's a great honor.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Any questions, please?
Mr. President, you're welcome to White
Is there any information on how long the JoJo collab is going to be going? Until stock runs out. It does not look like it is a pre-order thing. It looks like it's until supplies last. So I have no idea how long until supplies last is.
refugees here. Can you explain to Americans why it's appropriate to welcome white Afrikaners here when other refugees like Afghans, Venezuelans, Haitians have all had their protected status revoked?
Well, this is a group, NBC, that is truly fake news. They ask a lot of questions in a very pointed way. They're
They
not
do.
questions, they're statements. We've had tremendous complaints about Africa, about other countries too, from people. They say there's a lot of bad things going on in Africa, and that's what we're going to be discussing today. When you say we don't take others, all you have to do is take a look at the southern border. We let 21 million people come through our border, totally unchecked, totally unvetted. They came from all over the world. In many cases, they're criminals. They come from prisons. They come from mental institutions. They come from street gangs. They're drug dealers. So don't say that we didn't take them. We're trying to get them out as fast as we can. And we're doing record business on that. And we just won a big case. We're allowed to send back hundreds of criminals to Venezuela.
And I just want to bring this up again, because a lot of people seem to forget this. Cubans were a huge, like, protected asylum class in the U.S. for ages, because Cuba was and is under, like, a communist rule. And Cuba was a very dangerous place to be for a lot of Cubans. And so if Cubans could make it to American soil, they would be granted asylum status because they were fleeing a very oppressive government. And Obama ended the wet foot, dry foot policy that allowed Cubans to have asylum here, and also stated that Cubans would be returned to Cuba if they were coming here. Cubans are not the kind of immigrants that the Democrats want in the country, because Cubans tend to vote more Republican. They do not vote the right way, therefore they do not get their asylum status. Thanks, Obama. Cubans are based conservatives. They are. They fucking during the Summer of Love nonsense, when people tried, like, bullying the Cuban sections in Florida, doing the same, like, you're gonna support Black Lives Matter or we're gonna come fuck up your shop, the Cubans were like, yeah, let's see you fucking try. Let's see you fucking Antifa sissies try. Oh, God. Rosie Bell, thank you for the raid. Welcome, Raider. Small Cow Stampede. I give you the bitch, I'm a cow. I say moo. Thank you. Welcome, Raiders. Man, Cubans actually lived through communism? Yeah, absolutely. They know how fucking bad it is. And so it's like, there's never been an issue, in my mind, with Cubans seeking asylum status. And anyone that would have a problem with white South Africans seeking asylum status because they are quite literally being murdered and their murders are being endorsed by political parties, I think someone being against that kind of an asylum seeker has an agenda. And it seems very weird that you would be against something like that. Someone who would raid you deserves a follow. Yeah, right? Fucking coming in during all of this nonsense stuff. I don't think I'm following Rosie on Twitch, so I should do that. Following her on Twitter. I haven't been anywhere on Twitch recently. Kirsche viewers waiting on the Florida coast with binoculars and extra 1911 and a flower. Yeah, exactly. Every Cuban gets a Kirsche to help acclimate them to the American life. It's a very anti-white agenda. Don't forget the ANC is a Marxist socialist party. Don't like that stance on things, obviously. Your female friend was born in Soviet Siberia. Oh, holy shit. 25% isn't a minority party, as South African president states. This is a minority group in the country. Your mother and father went to South Africa in 2010. Whatever they got in a taxi, they'd hear all kinds of horror stories about white tourists and residents being dragged from taxis and killed. Scumbags set up roadblocks, so taxi drivers have to know the roads like the back of their hands. Yeah, that happened to, I don't think it was in South Africa, but the most recent one I can think of was there was a couple who had, like, a tour guide as well. In I can't remember which African country it was, but I don't think it was South Africa.
Spicy cat raid.
There was a couple that was there, and they even had, like, a local tour guide, and they still got roadblocked and ambushed, and she got raped, and all of them got murdered, including the tour guide. You ever notice that the immigrants fleeing communism never advocate for it? Yeah, weird. How do these people not understand not to go there? It's something that you have to understand how dangerous it is if you go. Henlo Raiders, the fakest of news.
On that today in the Supreme Court, I'm happy to hear. But we do have a lot of people are very concerned with regard to South Africa, and that's really the purpose of the meeting.
You're not a political sort, but you're a grown adult and a reasonable person. You advocate for being able to speak about things and to be kind to people as people. Absolutely. Thank you, Rosie. If I ever find myself in a position to raid you after my stream ends, I'll be sure to whip my boys and tell them not to be political in your chat. I don't appreciate when people go to non-political streamers and say political shit in their chat. I know. Gotta make them understand so they act like normal humans. their kids often do. A surprising amount of Persian Americans support Iran, even though they were born there because their ancestors fled in 1979. Mia Khalifa was born to a Maronite Christian family and supports Hezbollah. That seems really fucking weird. Rosie, she spanks us if we get out of line. Some of them like the spanking, but still don't act up. Ed Song, thank you! You saw a South African home invasion clip on a YouTube channel. The only thing that saved the one family is a vertical bar fence separating the bedrooms from the foyer. Something from a horror film. Yeah, I've seen the videos as well where they have like special locks on like multiple doors on the inside, as well as grating, so that even if people come and ransack and break into their house, they still have barriers to protect themselves from. I could not imagine living in a house with like special metal barricades at my front door and then like on other inner doors in my house, like bedrooms and shit. Like, that's scary. That's scary, man. Rosie Bell's such a sweetheart, just like the Foxu. Yeah, we just want to fucking chill, man.
See how that turns out. But we have many people that feel they're being persecuted and they're coming to the United States. So we take from many locations if we feel there's persecution or genocide going on. And we had a lot of people. I must tell you, Mr. President, we have had a tremendous number of people, especially since they've seen this. Generally, they're white farmers, and they're fleeing South Africa, and it's a very sad thing to see. But I hope we can have an explanation of that, because I know you don't want that. It's a kind of a different meeting. Normally, we have meetings, we talk about trade, and we'll be talking about trade and other things. But that certainly will be a subject that comes up. Yeah.
Yes,
please.
Brian, thank you very much. I'd like to get your thoughts on Letitia James, Director Polte. According to him, Letitia James says that the alleged mortgage fraud was simply a mistake. Want to get your thoughts on that? She put down that her father was her husband.
I feel like if you're in a meeting with a foreign country's leader and you're talking about things specific to that foreign country, and then a reporter just asks you something completely unrelated, they should just get kicked out. Like, not only do you not answer their question, but you're like, get him out of here. He's not here to be serious. Get him out.
And this is very similar to, I guess, the false attacks they had on you.
Well, I don't know what it is currently, but Letitia James, who's the Attorney General of New York State, it seemed, I'm not involved in that at all. I know that it's being handled by various groups, I guess, but it's major fraud, mortgage documents, and fraudulent everything. Yeah, I think she said the father was her husband, which she had to have a husband, or so she chose her father, and she put it down, and she had didn't she sign in Virginia? Yet she said she lived in Virginia, yet she's the New York State Attorney General. She did that for tax reasons, so she could take advantage of taxes. And she had the wrong number of units. She had a much different number, which wouldn't have allowed her to qualify and scam the government. So I don't know. I think she's very bad for New York, but I really don't know too much about it. But I appreciate the question. Yes, thank you very much. Yes.
Mr. President, for you to be convinced that there's no genocide. Thank you, Mr. President.
Did someone just scream, "There is no genocide"? What the fuck?
Will be the celebration of Africa Day, which pretty much a lot of celebration will be taking place around the world, including here in the United States. What is your message to the entire African continent, African people, in this important occasion?
Well, I want to see peace, and I want to see happiness. I want to see health, and you have incredible land. There's tremendous value. A lot of countries don't have that value in the land, the value you have. We have a situation, I think you probably heard about it. We've done, through some very talented people, helped settle a war that's been raging for years, Rwanda and the Congo. And I think we've done it. Believe it or not, I think we've done it. And could you just say a few words about that, my friend?
Yes. A couple of weeks ago, the two parties signed the Declaration of Principle, in which they've agreed on the way forward. And they have both submitted...
Well, that's good that there's been a peace agreement. Hopefully it'll actually last.
Put together one that incorporates both of their suggestions, and we've given it to them. So we're in the process of finalizing
looking
this.
Good, right?
Looking very good.
We have to thank you for even those efforts, because the African continent, particularly SADC, our Southern African Development Community, has for years been seeking to foster peace in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. So all efforts, including those from outside the continent and inside the continent, are really worthwhile. We are removing our troops from there so that
Trump's peace to war ratio is insane. Yeah, anything that can get wars to stop is good, in my opinion.
We will really have peace.
Hot take, war bad.
So important for the whole region.
Well, we sent our people there, and I think we did a very good job. I sat it by my friend. And that was great. That was great. I mean, I'm just hearing phenomenal reports, because all I'm hearing is death, and they're chopping heads off, and it's horrible over there. And it was really brave of you to go there, and I really appreciate it. And it looks like we have something very, very substantial. We also talked about trade with them in terms of rare earth and all, but really more for it's like, if you take a look at what we just did with Pakistan and India, we settled that whole thing, and I think I settled it through trade. We're doing a big deal with India. We're doing a big deal with Pakistan, and I said, what are you guys doing? somebody had to be the last one to shoot. But the shooting was getting worse and worse, bigger and bigger, deeper and deeper into the countries. And we spoke to him, and I think I hate to say we got it settled, and then 2 days later, something happens, and they say it's Trump's fault. But Pakistan has got some excellent people and some really good, a great leader. And India is my friend, Modi. And he's a
mutual friend.
Yeah, he's a great guy. And I called them both, and we just
Look at me, I'm the president now.
We spoke with President Putin for 2.5 hours the day before yesterday. I think we made a lot of progress, but that's a bloodbath. 5,000 people are being killed a week, 5,000 soldiers a week, not including people in cities and towns that are also being killed. So we're trying to help.
So my story turned nuts. You're just support.
People,
Thank you, Blue Jew. You're the best.
It's Ukraine and it's Russia, but if we can save 5,000 souls, we'll do it. We're pretty good at it. But that's a bad situation. That is a really bad situation.
Well, you recall when President Zelensky was coming to South Africa, that's when I spoke to you.
That's right.
We both agreed that we need to push the peace message so that there can really be peace. And we've been involved in the Ukraine-Russia conflict for quite a while. So my Minister of State Security here, we've been dealing with them, the exchange of children who were taken away, going through names and addresses and all that. So we've been invested in that whole process as well. And the moves that you're making are fully supported by us because we would like to see
Rosa, thank you for those 10 gift schmeedies. Thank you.
He's in South Africa. I said, what the hell is he doing in South Africa?
He was talking to us.
We got this thing. That's a strange one. I said, what are you doing in South Africa?
Yes.
That's a strange one.
He's trying to make peace. We taking him, we were lucky because we had the great Nelson Mandela who taught us how to create peace, to make peace. So we were imparting some of those lessons.
Nelson Mandela taught you how to create peace,
This
yeah?
is how Nelson Mandela
Yeah, buddy.
we want to have peace in the country, do it on an unconditional basis. Sit down. And
That's like saying, yeah, Vladimir Putin has created peace in the Ukraine. It's just as believable as a statement.
I get the satellite pictures of that field, of that killing field. You never saw anything like it in your life. It's horrible. It's a horrible thing that goes on, but I think we've made big progress. Yeah, please, go ahead. No, not you. Right here. He's from South Africa. Go ahead, please.
What are you expecting on the ICJ case? Are you expecting South Africa to drop that? Is that what you're trying to reason?
Which case?
The ICJ case against Israel? International Criminal Court.
I don't expect anything, to be honest. I really don't. I don't know. They've got cases, a lot of anger there, tremendous anger. I don't expect anything. We'll see what happens. We'll have a ruling, and who knows what the ruling is going to mean. Yeah.
On that subject of Gaza, Mr. President, are you going to be speaking to Prime Minister Netanyahu about Israel's renewed offensive there? There's been a lot of concern from European countries. The Pope has expressed concern. Are you going to be asking Prime Minister Netanyahu to tone down the offensive in Gaza?
I like how he says Netanyahu.
You never change.
Mr. President, decide what will it take for you to be convinced that there's no white genocide in South Africa?
What?
Well, I can answer that for the President. It's for him. I'd
rather have him answer.
I'd rather answer that. It will be.
My president will respond to you. Thank you, Mr. President.
It will take President Trump listening to the voices of South Africans, some of whom are his good friends, like those who are here. When we have talks between us around the quiet table, it will take President Trump to listen to them. I'm not going to be repeating what I've been saying. I would say if there was Afrikaner farmer genocide, I can bet you these three gentlemen would not be here, including my Minister of Agriculture. He would not be with me. So
I brought these white golfers to prove that there's no white farmer genocide in the South Africas. There is no genocide in Ba Sing Se.
It'll take him, President Trump, listening to their stories, to their perspective. That is the answer to your question.
But Mr. President, I must say that we have wait. We have thousands of stories talking about it, and we have documentaries. We have news stories. And is Natalie here? Somebody here to turn that? I could show you a couple of things.
I could show you.
I could show you the world.
Responded to. Yeah, sure. Let me see the articles, please, if you would. And turn the lights down. Turn the lights down.
Yeah, can we dim the lights? It's movie time.
Johan.
Nothing this parliament can do. With or without you, people are going to occupy land. We require no permission from you, from the president, from no one. We don't care. We can do whatever you want to do. Who are you to tell us whether we can occupy land or not? We are going to occupy land. Yes. South African occupy land. That's who we are. Honorable member, can withdraw my membership from this useless parliament. Yes, honorable member.
Must never be scared to kill. A revolution demands that at some point there must be killing, because the killing is part of a revolutionary act. Shoot to kill. Come on, sir.
You know, it's on 1.5 times speed. Let me slow this down for a second in case you didn't catch what he said about how the killing is part of revolution.
Demand that at some point there must be killing, because the killing is part of a revolutionary act. shoot to kill. Yamaza. Kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer. Brr, pa, pa, brr, pa, pa. To kill. Yamaza. Kill the poor, the farmer.
And I just want to like put this in perspective, right? Because like this is something I've known about for probably like at least a decade now. Can you imagine living in a country where a political party that typically wields a decent amount of power has giant gatherings like this on par with, you know, our rallies for our political parties in the US, and the politicians, the people in the party, get up on stage and start chanting for your death because of the color of your skin? And not only are they chanting for your death because of the color of your skin, the people in the audience start chanting along with them. The level of unease and fear that I could only imagine the people there feel is something that I would never be able to comprehend. And this is why I've said, like, I very much understand some of the Boers who want to stay there. They're like, my ancestors were here. I've lived here for generations. This is my family's farmland. I don't want to leave. I get it. I fucking, holy shit, you have giant balls. And I also understand the people who are just like, I don't want to live under this. I'm going to leave. We won't have to imagine that for much longer. It is an incredibly scary thing. And even more so when anyone who talks about it is just called like a far-right white supremacist conspiracy theorist for pointing out something that you can see with your own eyes and hear with your own ears. It's not white supremacy to not want white people to be murdered. Like that is an insane leap in logic. It is not saying that white people are better than other races to not want them to be murdered by political parties supporting it. Poor Afrikaners have jail bars in their houses to keep them safe. Yeah. I have a friend in South Africa. He has a wife and he's got a baby on the way now. But I have a friend there, and back, I can't even remember when it was like 2018 maybe. But when Trump first talked about, like, yeah, he's heard something's been going on in South Africa about like farm murders, and he's gonna have people look into it. My friend broke down crying. Because it was the first time that, like, a major political power, a major world leader acknowledged what was happening in South Africa. Like, he had just been so used to either leaders ignoring it or outright saying it's not happening, that's a far-right white supremacist conspiracy theory, that having Trump speak about it in such a public way was just insane to him. Bring back insane asylums and put the terminally online left-wing morons in them. We seem to have a lot less of this nonsense. It's crazy. Lancer, thank you. In Illinois, you were talking about taking farms. Your uncle has a huge farm with gold watermelons. Can't say one way or another if it'll get bad. I've never had a gold watermelon. I want to try a gold watermelon. Do they taste different from regular watermelon? It's kind of like I've always wanted to try a pink pineapple, too.
Is a white man. So these people, when you want to hit them hard, go after a
May your friend and his family be safe. Thank you.
Feel a terrible pain because you have touched a white man. Not because my Shaba and Sunni will not be touched. They will be touched, don't worry. But we are starting with this whiteness. We are cutting the throat of whiteness. Shoot to kill. Yamaza. Kill the poor. The farmer.
The president isn't even looking? Yeah, of course he's not, because he knows this is happening.
Shoot to kill. Yamaza. Kill the poor. The farmer. Kill the poor. The farmer.
This part I can't hear. This part's wicked fucking low.
At least for now. I can't guarantee the future. Yeah, but I mean, you'd understand somebody watching that, especially as it gets shared on Twitter. They freak out. It sounds like a genocidal sport.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry, I had the volume cranked so we could hear that. Oh, sorry. Holy shit. I cranked up the volume so we could hear that. I'm sorry. Scary slaves. They're building the secret pyramids.
This is your song.
Thank you, AJ Groundhog, for the $100 doodles. Not to break the tangent, but here's an Akasupa, because you're working hard, lady. Keep up the amazing job. Chatters are super proud. Munya to all. Throw yourself a pizza party. Stay gold. Thank you. Thank you, AJ. Imagine living in a country where political rallies are calling for your death. Nux's grandparents, Pepperidge Farm remembers. Yeah. Yeah, I heard that he dealt with it. I have a funny story that I would like to tell him that I can't tell publicly in relation to that. It's your boy, Skinny Boopus. Thank you for the Vile 5. Thank you. Thank you. I think the video is posted to the White House website if you want to hear it. I have the volume cranked, and you can hear it when the volume is up. It's just if an alert comes through, you know, I'll have to try and turn it down real quick. The video is basically saying that they're going to shoot the white farmers with machine guns and they're going to make them run, as essentially what that peaceful song was.
Compensation, whether they like it or not. If they object, they can seek refugee in America.
Now this is very bad. These are burial sites right here. Burial sites. Over 1,000 of white farmers, and those cars are lined up to pay love on a Sunday morning. Each one of those white things you see is a cross, and there's approximately 1,000 of them. They're all white farmers, the family of white farmers, and those cars aren't driving. They're stopped there to pay respects to their family member who was killed. And it's a terrible sight.
But remember, Chad, it's not happening. And if you point out that it's happening, you're a dangerous far-right white supremacist who needs to be deplatformed and silenced. And also, you know, it is happening, but it's a good thing, you know, because apartheid. They can't make up their minds.
Never seen anything like it. Both sides of the road, you have crosses.
Journos are angry because it's not technically a burial site. Yeah, but they're also the ones saying, like, oh, well, actually, saying, kill the Boer, kill the farmers, a nuanced call in politics, and it doesn't actually mean what we think it means. It's the party trying to reclaim power from the oppression that they felt under apartheid. These are the same people that were just like, yeah, saying it's okay to be white is actually a far-right white supremacist dog whistle, and I don't feel safe on college campuses with these flyers around. These are not serious people. These are not people talking to you in good faith. You don't hate journalists enough.
This is your song. Thank you.
Low Speedboot, thank you for the $100 doodles. Don't forget, chat, Memorial Day is Monday. Don't forget to pour one out for all the shit cunts.
Don't forget, chat, Memorial Day is Monday. Don't forget to pour one out for all the shit cunts who didn't come back.
True and real. True and real. I like the word shit cunts. It's always interesting when it's said that I called someone a shit cunt when I didn't, though. That's very interesting. It's very interesting indeed.
Those people were all killed.
Have they told you where that is, Mr. President? No, I'd like to know where that is.
You know where that is, you fucking piece of shit. Because I've never seen this, you fucking liar.
This I've never seen. I don't. Okay.
I mean, it's in
It's,
South
it's like the Armenian genocide in real time. It's not happening. I've never seen this.
Mr. President, the Pentagon announced that it would be accepting a Qatari jet to be used as Air Force One. Perhaps
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's the correct. Like, what are you talking about? We just showed you a political party calling for the deaths of people based on their skin color, and we just showed you over 1,000 like memorial markers for people who had been murdered. And you're gonna fucking come out and ask about a Qatari jet? You're gonna fucking just ignore everything you've just. I got a question about a Qatari jet. You absolute monstrous piece of shit. You do not deserve to have the job that you do. I don't know who the fuck asked that question, but they need to be kicked out and fired. What the actual fuck? What the actual fuck is that? You think you hate journalists, but you have not enough hate in your heart for these slimy, disgusting lizards masquerading as human beings.
The Pentagon spokesperson.
What does this have to do with the Qatari jet? They're giving the United States Air Force a jet, okay? And it's a great thing. We're talking about a lot of other things. It's NBC trying to get off the subject of what you just saw. You are
it is.
a terrible reporter.
He is a terrible reporter.
You don't have what it takes to be a reporter.
Agreed.
You're not smart enough. But for you to go into a subject about a jet that was given to the United States Air Force, which is a very nice thing, they also gave $5.1 trillion worth of investment in addition to the jet. Go back. You ought to go back to your studio at NBC because Brian Roberts and the people that run that place, they ought to be investigated.
Yep.
They are so terrible the way you.
Fucking that guy should put the fries in the fucking bag. How dare you? How dare you ask that kind of shit question after what you were just shown? You will never hate journalists enough.
That network, and you're a disgrace. No more questions from me. Go ahead.
No more questions from you.
Go ahead, talk about that.
Please, may we have a South African
His name
question,
is Peter
Mr.
something.
President
He's
Trump?
a terrible.
If they're committing genocide, why invite them to the White House? I'll be quiet.
What? If they're committing genocide, why invite them to the White House? Because they keep denying that it's happening. And if you play the video in front of them while the entire world is watching you talk to them, they can no longer deny it. Everyone will see what is happening with their own eyes. And the only people that will continue to deny it are outright liars who have an investment in making sure people don't believe what's really happening.
That's my question, though.
Let's go.
Thank you so much, President Trump. Annika Larson from ENCA in South Africa. Thank you very much
Thank
for
you very
hosting
much.
us. What would you like President Ramaphosa to do about the situation that we've just seen on the screen?
I don't know. Look, these are articles over the last few days. Death of people. Death. Horrible death. Death.
These are all headlines on deaths of farmers, by the way, deaths of white farmers in South Africa.
I don't know.
But you know that there are
Pick
black
anyone.
people who are
White
dying
South
the most.
Africans are fleeing because of the violence and racist laws. And this is all. I mean, I'll give these to you. So when
The Daily Show showed this portion and mocked Trump for it. Yeah, but who the fuck takes The Daily Show seriously? Actually.
When you say, what would I like to do? I don't know what to do. Look at this. White South African couple say that they were attacked violently.
President Trump, when will you go and see for yourself if it isn't?
Well, I can do that.
Wait, when will you go and see for yourself that it isn't genocide? Look at what he just showed you on the TV. Look at the articles that he has in his hands. Stop fucking lying. Everyone is sick of it. Normal people are sick of the lies that the media continuously tells. You cannot keep getting away with it.
Burial sites all over the place. These are all white farmers that are being buried.
President Trump.
And he asks about a jet that was given.
My first question is about Africa.
I like how he said that. You ask about a jet that was... Like, he sounds disgusted. Rightfully so.
You are so bad. You're such a bad reporter.
Such a bad person. Frauds, all of you journalists.
Slaves built America. Slaves, this is your song. Thank you. Slaves. Thank you. Slaves. Thank you.
You can't sit here and say, see, y'all actually believe a genocide in South Africa. I mean, it's fine if you want to either be too retarded to live or a liar, because you're one of the two. You're one of the fucking two. Thank you, Jimothy Stickle Pasty for the 99.99. Thank you. Just a little something for the best Foxy with your words that give hope to those who would have given up already. Have a wonderful Memorial Day, Fox Lady. Have a wonderful Memorial Day, honorable chatters. Have my first hundo. Thank you, Jimothy Stickle Pasty. I do hope everyone has a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Who the fuck said that? I don't remember his name. Fucking Mamba. Listen, I'm from South Africa. I'm calling you a liar by stating the facts that a vid that Trump showed of Malema is one of the exact reasons why he was kicked from the ruling party. You're 100% against the ANC, but... Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, buddy. Yeah, okay, buddy. You're not... Imagine lying this hard. You're not the only South African I've had in my chat. You're not the only South African I've talked to off of stream. You're not going to be able to lie about this one, buddy. Just give the white farmers free guns. Teach them how to create. But, chat, it's just like I've said. Whenever you see someone in the wild who's like, I like Kirsche, but... And then they go on to say some fucking nonsense that proves they've never watched my content. It's a telltale sign, buddy. It's a telltale fucking sign. It's not a genocide. It's just killing people for the color of their skin. Don't worry, they deserve it for reasons I can't explain to you, but it's not a genocide.
May I finish, please, President Trump? Mr. President
This
Trump,
is one after another. This family was wiped out. I'm just looking.
Can you get a President Trump, give us your reaction to those videos,
President Trump, could you...
Well, I think the videos are so... No, when you look at the videos, I mean, how does it get worse? And these are people that are officials.
It's not a genocide because it's not global, as you're sure what the semantics are. I would even hedge it on it's not a genocide because white people aren't actually real. It's a social conditioning, and so therefore you can't commit genocide against white people. Because like that's kind of like the rhetoric we've heard before, right? Like white people aren't real. That's like a social listing, you know. So it's like, okay, all right. You like Kirsche, but she's goddamn insane. Don't stick your dick in crazy.
Saying that kill the white farmer and take their land. That's what it is. And I have other friends in South Africa. I have people that left. One in particular that says you can't go there. He said they want to take your land. They take your land and they kill you. It's okay, and they say it's okay to do. Now we're going to talk about it. But this is a tremendous look. This is a story recent. These are all people that recently got killed. Yeah. And I don't know how it can get any worse. These are and you know the men that you saw, the people that you saw in that movie, those are officials. Those are people that were in office. They had one march. They had a dance in your parliament, whatever you may call it, legislature.
Let me clarify that.
Yeah.
Let me clarify that because what you saw, the speeches that were being made, one, that is not government policy.
Yet. That is not government policy. Yet.
We have a multi-party democracy in South Africa that allows people to express themselves, political parties to adhere to various
I like Kirsche, but she's Italian,
and
true.
In many cases, or in some cases, those policies do not go along with government policy. Our government policy is completely against what he was saying, even in the parliament. And
I can't remember the number. I don't know if Zenik is here. But when we were going over like the racist like water policies that had been put in place recently, it was talked about how there was like 100 and something race-based policies in South Africa. And we're seeing something similar pop up with like what DEI is. And we don't have the same level of racist policy that South Africa has, and I hope we never get there on any side. I don't want racist policies against anyone of any race in the United States. Zenik is here. He might remember the number, Zenik. 142 laws. Thank you, Zenik. 142 race-based laws in South Africa. Which is an insane fucking number. Insane.
Small minority party.
A small minority party of 25%.
But you do allow them to take land.
No.
You do allow them to take land.
Nobody can
and then
take
when
land.
they take the land, they kill the white farmer. And when they kill the white farmer...
No. They don't take the land. We just make sure the white farmer can't get enough water for his farmland unless he willingly gives that land to a black South African. That's different.
Nothing happens to them.
No. There is quite...
Nothing happens to them.
There is criminality in our country. People who do get killed, unfortunately through criminal activity, are not only white people. Majority of them are black people. And we have now
the farmers aren't black. The farmers are not black. I don't say that's good or bad, but the farmers are not black. And the people that are being killed in large numbers, and you saw all those grave sites, and those are people that loved ones going, I guess on a Sunday morning, they tell me, to pay respect.
Isn't the person running bridge from South Africa? Correct. Cheryl Daija is from South Africa. She is a South African.
To their loved ones that were killed, their heads chopped off, they died violently, and I mean, we're here to talk about it, and I didn't know we'd get involved here, but I will say this, that if the news wasn't fake like NBC, which is fake news, totally one of the worst, ABC,
yeah, fuck that
NBC,
guy.
CBS, horrible, but if they weren't fake news like this jerk that we have here, if we
jerk
had
is too nice of a word.
They'd be covering it, but the fake news in this country doesn't talk about that. They don't want to talk about it, but now they have to talk about it. But they won't. This won't even be a subject. They'll have him talking about why did a country give a free, think of this, why did a country give an airplane to the United States Air Force? Okay, the United States, not to me, to the United States Air Force, so they could help us out, because we need an Air Force One until...
You love how he talks to the journos? I mean, they deserve less. They deserve way less. He still talks too kindly to them. That's my president. He shows them grace that they do not deserve, and I understand why he does so.
So that's Air Force One. It's being built. 2 of them being built. But Boeing's a little bit late, unfortunately. So why did they give us a plane to the United States Air Force? That's what that idiot talks about after viewing a thing where thousands of people are dead.
I'm sorry, I don't have a plane to give you.
I wish you did. I take it. I would take it. If your country offered the United States Air Force a plane, I would take it.
Okay. But coming back to this issue, which I really would like us to talk about, and talk about it very calmly. We were taught by Nelson Mandela.
I bet you were.
Whenever there are problems, people need to sit down around a table and talk about them.
Well, there are problems.
And this is precisely what we would also like to talk about, including, of course, trade matters, investment matters. So the issues that concern you...
He just gives him the fucking article!
Those are all deaths.
Yeah, in many ways, I mean, one should say you are a partner of South Africa, and you are raising concerns, and these are concerns that we are willing to talk to you about. Let me just add quickly, the criminality that we are experiencing in our country needs quite a lot of technological capability. And in one of our areas in South Africa, we're using US technology, which is able to in many ways identify where shootings are happening and all that. And I'd like to talk about that because there is support that we can get from you as the United States to help us deal with all these acts of criminality. And that is what I believe partnership is all about. And
did he just get shown about literal race-based murders in his country and then started asking for U.S. technology? Am I taking crazy pills? What the fuck? The audacity of this bitch! What the hell? Give us more money, that'll solve the problem.
We are here as a partner so that we can help each other whenever there are challenges.
Yeah, we need the U.S. technology to not commit race-based violence. What the hell?
I'd like us to discuss it, and of course outside of the media, so that we sit down and have a really good discussion that will lead to good outcomes.
Are there any other further punitive measures that could be in place should you not be satisfied that South Africa is fixing some of the very bad things, in inverted commas, that you tweeted are happening?
Well, there are a lot of bad things happening in many countries, but this in particular has been very, very bad.
Very, very bad.
And because of, we're going to have the whole world watching in another short period of time because you have the G20, and that's a big deal. And it seems like, I want you to look good. I don't want you to look bad. But we have hundreds of people, thousands of people trying to come into our country because they feel they're going to be killed and their land is going to be confiscated. And you do have laws that were passed that gives you the right to confiscate land for no payment. You can take away land for no payment.
I want to clarify that. Because we have a constitution. Our constitution guarantees and protects the sanctity of tenure of land ownership.
I just don't believe you,
that
actually.
The constitution protects all South Africans with regard to land ownership. However, we do say, because we've got to deal with the past, the government, and as your government also has the right to expropriate
6 p.m.
land
Oh no.
for public use.
And you're doing that.
And we've never really gotten underway with that, and we are going to be doing
you're
so.
You're taking people's land
We
away
have not.
from them. And those people, in many cases, are being executed. They're being executed, and they happen to be white, and most of them happen to be farmers. And that's a tough situation. I don't know how you explain that. How do you explain that? They're taking people's land away, and in many cases, those people are being executed. And in many cases, it's not the government that's doing it. It's people that kill them and then take their land, and nothing happens to them. But we have thousands of people that want to come into our country.
Is this live? This is from, I can't remember if it was Wednesday or Thursday, but it was from either Wednesday or yesterday.
So going to Australia in a smaller number. But we have thousands of people that want to come into our country, and they're white farmers, and they feel that they're going to die in South Africa, and it's a bad thing. Yeah,
First, what can South Africa do? What concessions would you like to see them make to improve relations?
I don't know, maybe stop killing the farmers, question mark? Like,
well, we just spoke about, I got them a very, very complex machine, 150 of them. And I was asked by the president if he could help, and I did that. And, I have great feeling for all countries. I deal with all countries. But I have a great feeling for South Africa because I have friends. I have a couple of friends, a few friends here today. But I have many friends from South Africa. But many of those friends are not, they can't go back. I have, Elon is from South Africa. I don't want to get Elon involved. That's all I have to do, get him into another. But Elon happens to be from South Africa. This is what Elon wanted. He actually came here on a different subject, sending rockets to Mars, okay? He likes that better. He likes that subject better. But Elon is from South Africa.
send the ballers to Mars. Have them farm that planet.
I don't think it's fair to him. That's right. But I will say that people are fleeing South Africa for their own safety. Their land is being confiscated, and in many cases they're being killed. And that scene of You see how many crosses they have. Those crosses, that's a dead person in every one of them. And those trucks or cars are paying their respects to all of those dead people on a Sunday morning. That's a rough thing to explain away.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem we have, and the way, you know, a correct and a fair media exposes things. But we have a very corrupt media.
Correct.
They won't even report this. If this were the other way around, it would be the biggest story.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will say apartheid, terrible.
Mm-hmm.
That was the biggest story. That was reported all the time. This is sort of the opposite of apartheid. What's happening now?
And before The Guardian says there are no bodies in the crosses, somebody earlier said that that's what the news is doing. They're getting upset that Trump is calling them burial sites because they're not burial sites, they're just memorials. The bodies are either not recovered or buried elsewhere, and so they're digging in on his language instead of actually addressing what's going on.
Never reported. Nobody knows about it. All we know is we're being inundated with people, with white farmers from South Africa, and it's a big problem. Marco Rubio was telling me he's never seen anything like it. The numbers of people that want to leave South Africa because they feel they're going to be dead very soon. Yes, please.
I was going to say.
And there's about 20-ish more minutes of like the media asking him questions, but we did watch the most important part where he showed what was happening in South Africa. He showed like with the leader of South Africa there, so it can't be ignored. And we saw the disingenuous media and how they're going to try and ignore this and spin this. And if you want to watch the rest of it, here is the link. I know Ziz posted it earlier, but here is another link for that video. It is a little late, so I do need to finish getting ready to be scurried off by Kirsches into my underground bunker. So I wanted to go over this a little bit. I know Asman went over it on, I think it was like Wednesday as well when this came out. But it's important to not get gaslit by people who want to keep you quiet and want to censor you by calling you terrible names. It's not white supremacy to acknowledge that white farmers are being unjustly murdered. It's not saying that white people are better than anyone else. It's saying that they don't deserve to be killed simply because of the color of their skin and their occupation. And the people who are invested in saying that you're an extremist or you're far right or you're white supremacist for bringing this up, they are engaging disingenuously. They don't deserve your time. They are ideologically captured, and they want you to just shut up about any kind of mistreatment that doesn't fit their worldview and their narrative. Don't let people gaslight you. It's very important to talk about some of these things. Fuck around, find out. Tribe up or die. Am I taking the balls of fluffy chaos with you to the bunker? I'm not going to be taking my cats with me. They'll be fine. I will miss them while I am gone, and I'm sure they'll be very, very happy when I come back. But I'm not gonna truck them around. I got this link in chat. Hold on, maybe we'll play this one quick thing. Yeah, it's like 18 seconds. Yeah, okay, we can play this. What is this? President Ramaphosa caught on tape saying land from white South African farmers must return to our people without any fail and without any payment of compensation, and it must happen now. Donald Trump should play this video at his next meeting with Ramaphosa and ask him if he still denies that this is happening. Hold on, this is also really low. Why does nobody know how to like do audio with these things? Hold on, let me crank my volume and hope I don't get attacked by slaves. This is as loud as I can get it, chat. I apologize.
The question of land. The land of our forefathers and our foremothers must return to our people without any fail and without any payment of compensation. And it must happen now. The question of...
Yeah, he do be saying that quiet part out loud. He do be saying it. Their forefathers, except the Bantu, arrived literally multiple centuries after the Afrikaners settled it. And somebody earlier said that they wouldn't curse the Martians with having to learn Afrikaner. I don't know about you, but I think the South African accent is nice. I like it. What forefathers? You're the immigrants. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, let me see. Thank you for that additional link on the subject. Let me see who is online now to go and raid. Let's see. Oh, Kiba's on. Kiba, I think, has an anniversary today, so I'm gonna go right into Kiba. I didn't have time to sign her anniversary card. I know Moonman linked it to me, but I have been inundated with issues, so I wanna go show lovely wolf woman that I care. Blue Mew, thank you. May your Kirsche's flight be smooth and swift. Thank you. Mac, thank you for the 50. Just back from watching Nux's video going over the BS attacks on the favorite Foxy. Here's my spending cash. Thank you, Mac. Thank you, Mac. Yeah, Blue Nux being fucking great. His video, I haven't finished watching it, but what I have seen, very hilarious, very wonderful. Fucking, that guy is super sweet, so thank you to him for covering this. Thank you to him for covering it. I am going to be getting off here so I can go finish sorting things out. Again, there will not be a stream tomorrow. I know everybody's used to me being here on Saturdays, but I will not be able to stream. Sunday will be tentative. I don't know if I'll be able to get things set up and ready to stream for Sunday. So Sunday will be tentative. If I don't see you, I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. I'll still be posting on Twitter, so don't worry. You won't need to be worried about my safety. I'll be completely fine. I'll be surrounded by guns and men who know how to use them, so don't worry about me. I will see you either on Sunday or on Tuesday. Very much looking forward to getting back into a rhythm without as much stress. Thank you very much, my honorable chatters, for being incredibly supportive and understanding during this time. Please have a great rest of your weekend. Go give Kiba some love on her anniversary. And I will see you soon.
Bye bye. Bye bye.